Preds will clinch the 4th seed in the Central Division if they defeat Columbus for the 7th time this season, and the Tampa Bay Lightning defeat the Dallas Stars in regulation. Following today's morning skate, Preds coach John Hines said that Colton Sissons and Dante Fabro are possibilities to return from injury and play tonight in Nationwide Arena. The Jaguars have fired 4 longtime employees in the scouting and personnel department, including one who has been with the franchise since its inception. The 4 staffers, including Andy Dingler, Chris Driggers, Mark Ellens, and Paul Roll, have a combined 66 years of experience, and Driggers was one of the 6 remaining staff members who joined the franchise in 1994. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
The 3HL with Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay.
All right, Nashville, let's go. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay in the building.
Come on. I'm in the building.
Joe Hunk producing today. Don Davenport out today. She'll be back tomorrow, she tells us.
Yeah, she'll be back. Dawn be Babsy, we miss you.
Does that have to do with the way she sounded yesterday?
She sounded better today, I thought.
She did.
There's a lot going on.
Sounded good in text.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Get us on Twitter at 3HL1045. It's a great way to get us. You can watch the Zone TV feed as well on Periscope, on Twitch, on YouTube, and on the Zone Facebook page. We'll see messages there as well. So a lot of ways to interact with the show, and we're going to keep it going, man. Zone all day long right here.
This what you want. This what you get.
It's Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, it is. Cinco de Mayo.
You do anything different?
No, I don't know.
You just choose.
You know what?
You just choose 1942 over
all day
Uncle
long.
Tito today?
Yeah, he does. He does get the nod. I will be real. Uncle Tito got the nod last night, but Uncle Julio will get the nod tonight. Just
all
briefly.
right. Well, just briefly.
Yeah.
Good, because I'm looking forward to these texts as the Predators try to get in the playoffs.
You know it. And one thing for sure. Did we tell the guests that we got on today? We got Todd Fuhrman.
Todd Fuhrman at 5:20.
Todd Fuhrman on today, and I cannot wait till he gets on so I can make my picks. I can't wait.
He's waiting on him to let him know.
Yeah, that exactly. So that voice you hear, people, is the Hunk. That is the producer of the show, the Hunk. Y'all go follow him too, man. Joe Hunk.
I asked you yesterday why you called him the Hunk, and you're like, I don't want to call him Joe, the regular guy.
Yeah, it'd be like Joe, just average Joe. He's not average Joe. He's the Hunk.
Joe versus the volcano.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's lots of Joes out there.
It is. I can't wait to make my picks, though. This is important. This is very important.
What if Todd Fuhrman doesn't have a pick today? What if he
Todd
doesn't feel good about it?
No. Todd, if you're listening, do not prepare to come on here without a pick for the Preds. I know we're going to talk some football, but for me and my sane reality, getting my sanity together, please, my brother, have me a pick. I need to win. It's time for me to win, and I've been led astray, not by Brent, might I add. Brent is taking care of me.
Well, I get you winners.
You do.
But you always go like one step too far.
I try to do too much.
Yes.
That's the problem. So, and Don's not here to reel me back in today either, so I might just go wild.
Instead of just laying the ball in the basket, you've got to go between the legs and throw it down 2 hands backwards.
Yeah, I want to be in the layup line. I want to be in the dunk contest layup line instead of just doing what works.
Well, Preds play tonight, and so our text feed will be great. Maybe I'll just screen grab that and just put it out on Twitter.
It won't be explicit tonight, I'm sure.
You don't think so?
I'm sure the Titans are going to – the Titans. I'm sure the Preds are going to take care of me.
At Columbus tonight. So if the Preds win and the Stars lose, they're in. Done deal.
Sound like it's
Stars lose in regulation.
In regulation, yes,
Ooh.
that's true, because they do have an extra game. That's true.
Wow. See, I'm lost on all that, man. I need to know what that score is going to be. That's what really concerns me, man.
I think the Preds are going to win tonight because of what's on the line.
So
if you just go straight up winner, I think you're good with that.
So don't even wait on Todd. I'm going to just roll with you. Let me look at this. Let me check this out real quick.
Here's where you start going like Preds win with under 5.5 total goals.
See, that's the coldest thing right there. That's the edge. I'm a tightrope stepper, and that's part of me stepping on my tightrope, man. I gotta get out there on the edge, man. Can I give a shout out real quick, Brent?
Of course, man. It's your show.
Hey, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm no longer a guest. I'm at home.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I want to give a shout out to my guy, man, Cliff Forbes, man, that open heart surgery, avid listener of the show, man. So, our prayers are with him, man, on the speedy recovery. That's my guy, man. Cliff, yeah.
All right, man.
Yep, definitely.
Hey, that open heart surgery stuff, I mean.
Serious. Anything.
Your boy Cliff will be up and running around tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, that'll fight it on off. Cliff, get up, man. We need you. Get up now.
Love it. Titans just picked up a quarterback. They're going to bring in former Memphis quarterback Brady White as an undrafted free agent. More than 10,000 yards, Slay, down in Memphis. He was slinging that thing down there.
Gunslinger.
90 touchdowns in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
90.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
And then last season was cut short a little bit, too.
So what is Logan Woodside thinking? I mean, obviously he thinks they're always going to bring people in. But at some point, like, if you're Logan Woodside and you never get a shot, at some point somebody's going to unseat you.
Yep. That's what it's about. It's the business.
It is.
It's the business of the game.
So was it like that in Europe, too, when you were playing basketball? Would they always, like, oh, here comes some American forward?
I tell you what, Brent. I hurt my finger, my thumb, and
how'd you hurt your thumb?
It jammed it on the ball, and it went some nasty stuff.
You were trying to chin it.
No,
I mean, you just
yeah, I'm trying to get up there and go beast mode. Yeah, man, it jammed my thumb down into the socket. Ugh. So I went up there to get the doctor to pull it out. Next day at practice, they'd already flown a guy over. We had another game in 2 days. They had already flown a guy over that fast. So I don't know what was going on, who he was coming to take spot in the first place. But all I know is I looked at practice and I was sitting there. I was like, and I know the guy. I'm like, Mike, what you doing here, dog? He's like, man, I don't know. They brought me in to take somebody's spot. I said, no, wait a minute. I'm looking out here in the air. He's healthy. I'm the only one sitting over here. Maybe you came to get my spot. I told the doctor, hey, man, shoot me up tomorrow. Wrap this thing up. I'm going out there and playing. Ain't no way I'm finna get my spot up like that, man. I need them checks, man.
So what happened?
It's cutthroat.
So what happened to Mike?
Mike had to sit there and watch the game. So the good thing is they paid Mike anyway for 2 games, but he didn't get to play. So he just got a paid vacation. But, dude, it's cutthroat, man. They'll get you out of there, man. And you can feel it, Brent. That's the funny thing.
Especially, like, the more money you make. Too.
Yeah. Oh, you can feel it. You walk in the locker room and you hear the murmurs. It's nobody even talking. It's just the walls talking. Like, dude, you about to be you might need to have that good game right here that you're waiting on because you about to be gone. Because Mike on the way.
It's funny that you knew him too.
Yeah, I did. No, it's
not just some random guy.
No, now check this out.
It's not Genovese from
exactly
Southern Italy.
Yeah, getting ready to knock you off.
Yeah.
But dude, let me tell you this. The funniest thing about this, Mike was a part of the team that we got to fighting with in Hawaii.
Oh no.
Ain't that crazy, dude? Ain't that crazy? That was my first time seeing, maybe my second time seeing him since then. So at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if it's beef. Are we cool? I don't know what's going on, but it was wild, man. It was wild.
So he was on the George Washington team that Charles Hathaway got into it with the big man, and the big man picked up the table and was
Charles
ready to throw it.
The fold-up chair. 2 6'10" guys with fold-up chairs and fold-up tables.
WWE thing.
It was wild. Where's Double J when we need him?
And Slay goes running through the hall in spandex.
Yeah,
nothing but spandex.
Come around the curve. I was coming around that thing like Usain Bolt too. I had my lean because it went in a circular motion. So I was coming around that thing leaning, trying to get some traction.
What if Bob Kessling would have been like walking down the hall around that corner? Bob
would have got railroaded. And that's my guy. It would have been like one of the Looney Tunes commercials. Mimi, sorry, Bob. Papers all up in the air. My bad, Bob. I got to get over here. He knew it was serious, though.
Oh, man. Well, so they've got another arm in camp. And, it's the same thing all over the place. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo dealing with it with a high draft pick quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers been dealing with it for a minute, and now it's getting out because Rodgers getting pissed.
Sick of it.
Do you think he got pissed when they drafted a cornerback in the first round?
No.
I mean, the trade talks happened before the draft. Like, those rumors happened before the draft. But then here they go in the first round again. And here's the stat. This is the stat that's going everywhere, and we've been talking about this forever.
Mm-hmm.
The last, outside of Jordan Love, who they took last year
right
in the first round, the last offensive playmaker that they took in the first round was Aaron Rodgers. No wide receivers in the first round.
That's a problem.
And, MVP last year.
Listen, man.
MVP. So Aaron Rodgers walking around there, and he's hearing those voices off the
walls too, yeah.
But he's like, hey, shut up, Wall. I'm an MVP.
Yeah.
I was one game away from the Super Bowl.
I heard Blaine talk about it earlier. When you hear that baby saying, why, you give him a bottle. They didn't give him the bottle.
That was so funny. That was so good.
It was. I like that, Blaine.
Because, Don was saying, like, Aaron Rodgers, all he does is whine.
Yep.
He's just whining.
Yep.
Blaine was like, well, what happens when the baby's whining? You give him a bottle, and it shuts him up.
They don't give him the bottle, man.
So you give him a wide receiver to go opposite Devontae Adams.
Yeah. But instead, they go get a corner. Smart.
Instead of giving the whining baby a bottle, they gave him some foot scrub or something.
Or they just said, or they set the baby in the crib and put the bottle on the nightstand and told the baby to figure it out.
Just figure it out.
So the baby's just gonna sit there.
So is the baby going to retire?
The baby's gonna say, you know what? Find me a new home. Or he might just say, that's it.
If he retires, he owes them $30 million.
He'll go get
now
that.
They could say we're good. Don't worry about it. I don't think they will. The Indianapolis did with Andrew Luck.
Yeah, different circumstances.
Different circumstances.
I think he left on good accord with those guys. This right here has been festering for 2 to 3 years now. And we don't know how long behind the scenes has been going on. Because now you got Brett Favre speaking up. So who else has he been talking to about it?
Why does Brett Favre have an opinion?
How does Brett Favre always bounce into the conversation?
The guy you replaced is the one defending you.
Yes.
Like, what?
Well, so Brett Favre says, I don't think he's going to play for Green Bay again.
Yeah,
and then Terry Bradshaw says he's got the worst footwork in the history of the league. Number one, that's wrong. I mean, come on, Terry.
Terry will just say anything. Is that part of being old age quarterback?
Oh yeah.
I think it's just
old dudes don't care.
Yeah, that old man on the park bench.
Yes.
Stomping his fist. Look at these young guys out here.
What you always say, yelling at the sky.
Yeah, he's probably got his knee braces on while he's watching people do dunks. Playing 7-on-7 and
old guy just doesn't care. So that's where Terry Bradshaw is.
But he should care.
Plus he gets attention from saying that.
Very true.
Because he knows it's going to go around.
Brent shouldn't be mad. Brett shouldn't be mad though. He should be happy. He got copper fit to put on his knees. He ought to be able to get out there.
Well, here's the thing with Green Bay though. Like, what's wrong with Jordan Love? You got all these other quarterbacks that start from day one. What are we doing? It's not 1995 when you've got Steve McNair and Chris Chandler.
So how does this make Jordan Love feel? You're talking about trading Aaron Rodgers and bringing in a starting quarterback also. Jordan just sitting there like, wait a minute, y'all. I didn't ask for all
that's
this.
that's a good question because, what is he thinking? Because these rumors get out, and then all of a sudden Green Bay is like, no.
You're our guy.
Aaron, we love you. We don't want you to go anywhere.
What am I, chopped liver?
So they're not working out together in the gym?
Probably not,
exactly.
Man. It's like Slay and Mike. Like, are we good here? I don't know.
Straight? What's up?
Last time I saw you had a card table over your head.
Saying,
Jordan's not spotting him on the bench.
Yeah. Let me go over here real quick. I got something to do. A-Rod, be careful.
Oh, man.
It's wild out here.
Well, and now there's a piece in The Athletic about Aaron Rodgers and talking with teammates and kind of making fun of his GM.
Here we go. And that wasn't a good comparison.
Compared him to Jerry Krause.
Yeah, it's not. If you've seen The Last Dance, people.
Well, or just
watch
situation.
this. Yeah. For the younger generation, though, go watch The Last Dance and then come back and talk to us about The Last Dance.
Oh, man.
Jerry
Yeah,
Krause.
we're going to get into that little athletic piece in just a little while. When we come back, Titans radio analyst Dave McGinnis will break down the Titans draft picks, and we'll go from there. Coach Mack, next, presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans. We'll be right back.
From the NFL Draft to the Titans' first game and everything in between, we got you, Titans fan. Download the 104.5 The Zone app. Take us everywhere you go, because our season never ends. 104.5 The Zone.
Ferguson has the PPE products that you need. Go ahead and give them a call now. Get this number jotted down, 888-242-6595. That's 888-242-6595. Went and saw those guys a few months ago. They're doing great work with the PPE products that they have. Ferguson Facility Supply, putting safety first with products like the E-Mist, which is an electrostatic disinfecting mister. That's a lot to say, which is why we call it the E-Mist, and it's really, really cool. The E-Mist patented application system has 360-degree sanitation, allows for more coverage, less waste, and better results. No proprietary chemicals needed, and 1 gallon of solution cleans 54,000 square feet, which cuts labor and solution costs by 45%. Check them out again, 888-242-6595. Ferguson, one of the nation's top providers of maintenance, repair, and operations products for a variety of facilities, from multifamily, hospitality, assisted living, schools, and more. Create a safer workspace with Ferguson. Call Ferguson today, 888-242-6595. Again, call Ferguson today, 888-242-6595.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. From rent increases to increased orders to, I'm gonna say it, unprecedented times. But don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward with fast, reliable internet on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses and gives you the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next, and bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business, starting at just $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay required. Call for details.
At a time when it seems everything is on back order, you should know Buy Floors Direct has massive quantities of every type of flooring in stock and ready to go today. Unlike retail stores, you buy direct from our warehouse. No middleman and no retail expenses, so you pay less. No need to order, no waiting, and the selection is incredible. In fact, we have more flooring in stock than anyone in Middle Tennessee. At Buy Floors Direct, you get what you want.
Good afternoon,
when
I'm
you
Will
want it,
Bowling.
all at a wholesale price. And at a time when customer service seems to be in short supply, Buy Floors Direct has a friendly, knowledgeable staff that have the answers to questions you may have. Go to buyfloorsdirect.com, choose what you want, and pick it up today. Or come on in to touch and feel it. You'll see why Nashville's top contractors buy their flooring at a Buy Floors Direct warehouse. And you can too.
Being a mom is one of the toughest jobs around during a normal year. And this past year was anything but normal. So this Mother's Day, Genesis Diamonds invite you to join us in celebrating and appreciating the mothers in our lives. Stop in and let one of our trusted advisors help you find a special, meaningful gift. Layering necklaces, stackable rings, eternity bands, pearls, elegant diamond pendants, and of course, stunning diamond earrings. Great Mother's Day ideas for any budget. There's no doubt we love Mom, but sometimes a little extra appreciation goes a long way as a thank you for helping us through challenges, making more sacrifices, and always putting the family first. So whether it's her first Mother's Day or her 60th, Mom deserves a gift that's anything but ordinary. And at Genesis, that's our specialty. Timeless gifts of jewelry that she can enjoy and cherish for decades to come, and always be reminded of how special she is to the family, especially after a year like we've just had. Genesis Diamonds, Green Hills and Cool Springs.
Bad phone systems are bad for business. Poor clarity, lack of features, absolutely no support. Well, good news. Reliable VoIP does exist. VoIP from C Spire Business is a game-changing, stress-free communication system with crystal clear audio and premium features, all backed by our team of experts, available 24/7. Now that's VoIP. C Spire Business. Stay connected with powerful communication tools at cspire.com/business.
Get ready to feel the Vegas vibes at Oak Grove Gaming. Make plans now to attend the free Blues Festival at Oak Grove Gaming on Saturday, May 8th. The first event ever at Oak Grove's Concert Amphitheater features a loaded lineup of award-winning musicians. You can let go now, Daddy. Crystal Shawanda kicks things off with her powerful, soulful sound starting at 2 p.m. Soul blues legend Johnny Rawls takes the stage at 5. And masterful guitarist Stacy Mitchart rips it up starting at 8. Doors open at 1 p.m. and admission is free. This outdoor event will have social distancing so everyone can safely enjoy all the fun, including food trucks, a beer garden, and more. For details on the Blues Festival on Saturday, May 8th, visit oakgrovegaming.com. That's oakgrovegaming.com. Oak Grove Racing, Gaming, and Hotel. So Vegas. So close. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
NHL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you today. Don Davenport under the weather. Should be back tomorrow.
Babs. I miss you, Babs. I don't have you here to reel me back in. I'm about to make this bet.
How did the Preds bet?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're looking at Preds plus 3.
Yeah, this part.
Yeah, where are you looking at? Because I'm getting Preds minus 1.5.
No, so that's
he's
that's
like
the
Preds
line.
by 3 goals.
So I need.
He can make more money that way.
There you go. See, I need the odds. So the Preds plus 600 by 1, Preds plus 600 by 2, and I'm gonna take the Preds and under 5.5 plus 240.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
How can you be happy after that? Like, you're going to lose something at some point in time.
Yeah, but the game. The game.
He's gonna
the game
lose.
means
By the way,
so much.
He's going to lose every time.
The over-under is also 5, by the way, which I am not touching.
See?
You got 5.5?
Yep, I got 5.5.
Okay. All right, well, I'll bet on this guy, Coach Mack, presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans. Great health care coverage at an affordable price. Let Farm Bureau Health Plans coach you through it. They've been protecting Tennesseans since 1947. Coach Mack, how are you?
Brent, good. How's Ron Slay? You guys need to save your money.
See, Coach Mack, I'll listen to you, Coach. I'm going to tell you that right now. So now I'm on to place 2 bets then, since Coach Mack says so. Thanks, Coach. I always can depend on my guy.
Coach, do you know where the phrase under the weather came from?
I had no idea. I can't hear Ron Slay, though. Is he on his microphone?
Oh, Coach, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, he's on his mic. We'll get something flipped in the control room there.
Give me the go,
Coach. So how do you, in general terms, big picture terms, how do you think the draft went?
You know what, really, Brent? Look, this is my 35th draft, and you know how adverse I am to mock drafts and grading a draft after it too. I mean, look, teams are going to do what they think is best for them to do at the time, and then they're going to build their rosters. And so really to quantify what they've gotten, the thing I want to do is I look forward to being able to watch the whole thing put together and then watch everybody start to practice and work. That's what I want to see. I mean, I don't think I don't care which club it is. And I've been involved with several clubs in my 31 years of coaching. You don't ever go into a draft saying, you know what, I'll just take this guy and he may not work out. You just don't do that. And so, you know, to look at it and to see, I mean, you feel needs and you feel them like you think you're going to. And there's always things you can say about a draft. I mean, it's easy out of a draft saying something, you know, and say, well, they should have done this, they could have done that. I think I tell you what, Ron, I think Ramon really enjoyed being with us on that second day and seeing really how that vertical and horizontal board worked and how everything kind of came together during the draft. I think that was pretty eye-opening to him because, you know, he played for 11 years, but he was never on that side of it. So, right. I mean, to me, I think what they did is what they thought they needed to do. And now the real proof is going to be how these guys play and how they develop and how they integrate with their team.
Well, Coach Mack, let me first say, because I was able to congratulate Red B and give him his flowers. I want to give you your same. You did a phenomenal job. I'm going to tell Mike Keefe and Amy the same thing when I see them. But, hey man, I turned the volume down and I listened to you guys. The way you guys ran through it, didn't talk over each other, gave an analysis of the guy, and really was spot on with it. Hey, kudos to you. I know you put a lot of work in it and you don't do it for the congrats or the pats on the back, but, man, you did a terrific job. And y'all held Ramon's hand and didn't let him get hit crossing the street. So I really appreciate you taking care of my guy.
Ron, thank you so much. It's very kind of you. Yeah, we're serious about it. We take a lot of pride in it. Rhett and I have been working on it. You know, we took a week off after the playoff game, and we dove right into it. And what Rhett Bryan did is amazing because, you know, I vet all the tape, but he does all that work, all those thumbnail sketches, and everything that he puts together and all the things that he's involved with, you know, not only the players, but being able to get all of those things produced and done. I mean, it's really amazing. And Mike Keith has always set a very high bar for anything that Titans radio does. And we really enjoyed it. And seriously, Ron, I really enjoyed having Ramon that second day. And I really enjoyed watching him start to become more comfortable, during that, the second and the third rounds. And then, when I started sharing all of my information with him, showing him a little bit, how the board worked vertically and horizontally. And then I was able to say, hey, I think within this is what this team needs, and this is why I think is coming here. I think he really enjoyed that. And he added a lot to that second day broadcast. So thanks for the kind words, but we really, really enjoy doing it. And we do it, for our listeners, because it's important.
Yeah, and Coach Mack, I know we're going to dive into the guys that we took in the draft, but overall, what's a gaping hole that needs to be filled coming outside of this draft? That now that we know the guys we got, we're picking up guys in free agents, but what's something that really, really needs to be addressed by the Titans moving forward, getting ready for preseason?
Well, they lost a really productive tight end. They've got people at the tight end position. I think they will still look to address that. They addressed the receiver position, but you can never have the two things really, Ron, in the National Football League, especially going into a training camp, that you can never have too many of, are defensive backs and receivers, for this reason. First of all, they do the most running. And so, the legs are what are very important during that. And then just the way the game has evolved today, I mean, it's an open space game now, and that's where it's going. So I think they will always, even though they added, two defensive backs that I really like, they will still look to add more there. I would think they will look at the tight end position. And then again, the receiver position, just because of the truncated salary cap and some of the people that you had to lose to be able to add to a must position that they had to have once the offseason started in their defensive front, I think they'll add there too.
Coach Caleb Farley, obviously the first-round pick out of Virginia Tech. A lot of people before the back issues started to make its way through the media had him as one of the top 2 or 3 corners in the league and or in the draft, and he ends up going third in terms of cornerback. Really, really talented player. 6'2" also at cornerback. He's only played 2 years, so the ceiling appears to be high. What do you think about that pick?
Well, I mean, the player, I'll tell you what, Brent, as I said, I've been doing the draft for 35 years. It's not hard to tell who the top players are.
Yeah.
And it's not hard to tell who the bottom players are. It's those players in the middle. But this guy, I mean, I didn't have to watch much 2019 Virginia Tech tape to go, oh, okay, this is a dude. Just to watch what he could do. As you said, 6'2", 208, smooth, sticky, in phase, fluid, great hands. Can flip, can make a play on the ball in the air. You can tell that he was a receiver at one time because he's got great spatial awareness when the ball's in the air. I mean, this guy he was one of the top 3 corners. I mean, you can take the flavor that you want, but just put it when you watch tape and you judge traits. And what I always do, I have for each position, I've got boxes of traits that I check off when I'm watching the guy. It didn't take me long to check most of the boxes on him.
He's a hungry pro too, man. We had him on the show last week. We were all blown away by what that kid had to say and what's going through his mind. So hopefully that everything works out there. Dylan Radins, the offensive tackle out of North Dakota State. We were asking Greg Cosell about him, and he said that he actually thought that he could move inside and maybe even play center based on what he saw on that tape, which tells you how athletic this guy is.
Well, I said it during draft day, and you know me. I mean, I'm very reticent to make any rash statements. Yes. I don't make clickbait statements. Because that's just not what I do. I've been doing it for too long. But I did say, on the draft when we took him, I told Mike Keith. He said, "Well, what do you think?" And I said on air, I think he'll be one of the 7, on Sunday. Huh. And that's important. And that flexibility is part of it. Yeah. Now, if he's a starting right tackle, he's a starting right tackle.
That's right.
But if he's not at that point, he can. And Greg's correct. He can move down inside. This guy's got really good feet. I mean, 6'6", he's 6'6", 310. Mm-hmm. Reminds me a lot of the way that he plays as far as light on his feet, for a big, long guy that doesn't have a lot of bulk, a little bit like Michael Roos was when we took him, when I was here. When Munch went up to Eastern Washington, smaller school, and got a guy that he thought had some tools that he could work with. I like the pick. Just be interesting to see how quick and how far he comes along and where he ends up playing. But Again, as I said, I made the statement, he'll be one of the 7 on Sunday is what I predict. I can say that, I think, with pretty good certainty.
Coach Mack, what is the difficulty, if there is any, in transitioning from left tackle to right tackle?
Well, it's footwork.
Okay.
I mean, it's footwork. I mean, it's completely opposite. I mean, it's just like moving from the right side to the left side. If you've got your hand on the ground on either edge, it's just like if you're a corner moving from the right side. It's footwork. It's which foot's up, which foot's back. It's footwork. I mean, a lot of it's like playing right-handed, left-handed. And again, the one thing, the better defensive line coaches I've ever been around, Jim Washburn, being one of them. But they never really worried about which hand a guy had down, because as long as he could get off, it was important. And sometimes when you start changing that on those guys on the defensive side of it, it takes them a while to get adjusted to it. But playing on the left and the right side, especially if you're out on the edges, then it's footwork. That's the biggest thing.
So bigger adjustment for some guys more than others, and we'll just have to wait and see on that part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Monty Rice, the inside linebacker from Georgia. So Titans obviously with 2 inside linebackers in their final year of their contract, so the pick makes sense from that perspective. I keep hearing Thumper. If you follow Tennessee, you remember him, sacking the quarterback, causing a fumble, picking it up, and running into the end zone. But what do you see from Monty Rice, inside linebacker, Georgia?
I mean, I'm partial to the linebackers because that's how I cut my teeth, when I first started with the Bears, and learning how to evaluate him. I tell you, he's a guy, and I always write down when I'm evaluating linebackers, Brent and Ron, I've got a box for GPS. How can they find the ball? Because that's key, especially when you're playing at that second level. And a lot of guys get to it a lot of different ways, but how quick you process and how quick you can find the ball, that's really important to me. And I check the GPS box for him. This guy can find the football. The other thing that I really liked about his play, he's a downhill guy. He's downhill, and he's really a good tackler, all right, in space. And that's important. And I'm not talking about blow-up tackles. To me, a good tackler, especially at the second and third level guys, it's not the blow-up shot guy. It's the guy that gets them on the ground with the initial, when you're initially there, you get them on the ground. In other words, you're not overextended. You don't underrun it. You don't overrun it. You just know how to go get them on the ground. And he can do that. The rest of the things you can teach, especially pass coverage. I mean, you've got to really reinvent everybody that comes from the collegiate game as far as the pass coverage, from the collegiate game to the National Football League, just because of the things you're not only asked to do, but the different field dimensions. It's a different world. But the GPS to the ball, the ability to sift through trash, and the ability to make an initial tackle when you're there, especially in space, he's got all those checked. That's how I had him. As I said, my one box on him I checked pretty quick was nice GPS.
Coach Mack, you got the kid Molden. You talking about GPS and being able to come down, stick your face in the fan. Is this a guy that should have those same characteristics? And what you thinking about a guy like Elijah Molden?
Ron, he's got that. I mean, you're spot on. You must have watched tape on him.
I must have listened to you, Coach. That's what it was.
Let me tell you what this guy is. He's got a great innate sense for it. And the first thing, and there's another box that I always have is this guy a football player? Because at the end of the day, we're trying to get football players, right? I mean, at the end of it all, no matter what kind of traits, what kind of physical characteristics they have, how fast they run, how high they jump, can they play the game? Can they play the game, and do they understand the game from the position they're playing? This guy was the best nickel corner in the draft, without a doubt. I love his whole mindset. I like the way he gets to things. And the other thing that's important to know, and I know you guys know it, and this is for our listeners, if you're going to be a nickel corner, you'll be a nickel player in the National Football League. First of all, that's a starting position because you're playing against 11 personnel, which is 3 wides, 1 tight, 1 back, 60% of the time. But you're part of the run front too, because if you can't key that tackle and you can't read, run, and pass, then basically in altered fronts, in a sub package, you're playing with a 6-man box. 6-man box is really easy to run against. Ramon and I talked about this a lot. So I like this player. He knows how to play football, and he really knows how to play it from that position.
Coach Mack, looking at this, then you got Fulton, you got the Jackrabbits, you got Caleb Farley, and the list goes on and on. Would you say this right now is the strength of our defense if everything plays out on paper?
Yeah, not yet, Ron, because they
Okay.
haven't done it together yet.
Okay.
And that's really, really important. I had Jack Rabbit. I was with the Rams when we drafted Jack Rabbit. I know what he is. I know what he can do. It's going to be real interesting to me to see, how Christian Fulton steps his game up and where he brings his game, for his second year. It's going to be really, really important to see. That's why I'm really happy this year, guys, that we do have 3 preseason games, because there's going to be some mix and match that needs to go on in the back end, because the back end is not only about individual talent. The back end, and I'm talking about the secondary, the way they have to work together because of the intricacies of what goes on with offensive systems nowadays, they have to work together just like an offensive line does. All right. And so I really want to see, how the Titans coaching staff and how these players start to mix and match, because you're going to have to find a combination that works pretty decently. And then, Farley, if Farley is hale and healthy and ready to go, this is a huge help. Because, and I said this on the broadcast too, I've had a lockdown corner in my time. I coached Aeneas Williams, and he's a Hall of Fame corner. And when I had him as a coordinator, we were still in the NFC East, and we played Dallas twice a year. And every time we played the Cowboys, I was on game plan day, I'd say, Aeneas, you got Michael Irvin. And then the other 10 of you, then I'm going to use you, and we'll work on the rest of these triplets, against this offense. So you've got a guy that can be a matchup guy on anybody you want to play with. And if you have that guy, I promise you, as a defensive coordinator, it makes your life a little bit easier.
Yeah, I love the path that y'all went down with corners, because that at the very least, Coach, that's going to be a competitive situation, right? With all things being equal, and if everybody's available, with Christian Fulton and Janoris Jenkins and Caleb Farley, and then inside with Kevin Johnson and with Elijah Molden, that's going to be a competitive training camp situation. I'm anxious to see how that all plays out.
Well, it needs to be, Brent, because look, going into the offseason, the Titans knew what they had to address. I mean, that's why they had to let some good offensive players go, because of money, and plus, they had to address the defense, and they knew that, and so they addressed the defensive front. Brought in a veteran back there, but they still knew they needed to address it in the draft, and they did so very aggressively. And now we've got to have, Christian Fulton's got to step up and has got to have development his second year so that he can be a real contributor. And Jack Rabbit, I know how Jack Rabbit will come in and play. I was with him when we drafted him. I know what kind of player he is. And so, but it's got to work together, Brent. That's really important.
Coach Mack, presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans. Need great health care coverage at an affordable price. Let Farm Bureau Health Plans coach you through it. They've been protecting Tennesseans since 1947. Coach, how does Des Fitzpatrick, the wide receiver out of Louisville, fit into all of this?
Well, he's a big, long receiver that can run. I watched him, because I did Tutu Atwell there, at Louisville too. And, the word, was, just around. And again, guys, I don't get all caught up in draft analysis by some people that don't know whether it's pumped or stuff, but we won't get into that. What I look at was, and it was true, Tutu Atwell had a tremendous yards per catch. He was an explosive guy. Well, Fitzpatrick, yards per catch were better than Tutu Atwell's. He's a very productive guy. He's long, he can run. He still needs some route nuance work. And to me, he and Racy McMath, they both are coming to a really good place for them, because Rob Moore played for me there at Arizona. Rob Moore was a first-round pick, but a big, long receiver that understood nuances of big receivers with speed. They came to a great place. Rob Moore has developed receivers here really well since he's been the receiver coach. They came to a place with a coach that can really, really develop them. But they've both got things that are hard to teach. You can't teach length and you can't teach speed, and they've both got that.
And Coach Mack, now that we're trying to clear up space and get guys in, a guy that has to be replaced in a sense is Rashad Evans. Tell me about Rashad Weaver and what he could do.
Weaver, look, here's this guy is, he could be a 4-3 defensive end, or he could have been a 3-4 outside linebacker. He can play and do what you need. Before he injured the ACL and had to sit out, the 1 year. I mean, he's a big time contributor. I mean, this guy can do what you want off the edge. He's not going to be the flashiest guy off of the edge, but he's a very, very solid football player there. And that's what's important. I as soon as they got him, I said, well, this guy will be the third guy in the rotation off of the edge, which you need. You need a third guy that's very viable in that rotation.
Oh, we lost Coach Mack.
Get back in, Coach Mack.
Assuming he gets through all his stuff, I mean, that is one of the guys that people were most impressed with in terms of this draft class. A lot of people pointing at Elijah Molden, and certainly he's getting a lot of attention now that Rashad Weaver has been dealing with his stuff. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We might be able to get Coach Mack in here to get through Racey McMath, the speedy wide receiver from LSU, and Brady Breeze, the safety from Oregon, who opted out. We'll try to do that when we come back. Also, the University of Tennessee just picked up another transfer football player, and this one's from This guy's from Nashville.
Man, in the portal throwing a party.
The party in the portal?
Party in the portal for the Titans.
Sounds like a T-shirt. We'll be right back. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Want more fun from J-Mart and Ramon? Yes, that also means the pettiness. Hang out with Jason and Ramon whenever you want. Subscribe to J-Mart and Ramon wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Schaefer with J-Mart and Ramon. Score a major payday this May with BetMGM. It's the best time to sign up for the king of sportsbooks because they're giving new customers a shot at an easy $100. Register using code Schaefer100 and win $100 in free bets when you place a $1 moneyline wager on the Bucks or Wizards. And if either team hits a 3, you win regardless of your bet's outcome. Whether you're raising the stakes on basketball and hockey playoffs or wagering on your favorite baseball team, BetMGM is always ready for action. Enjoy innovative parlay selection builders, daily promotions, boosted odds specials, and more. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use code Schaefer100 to win $100 when you bet $1 on the Bucks or Wizards and either team hits a 3. New customer offer. Paid in free bets. Must be 21 years or older. Must be in Tennessee to bet. Visit BetMGM.com for full list of terms and conditions. For problem gambling support, call the Tennessee Red Line, 800-889-9789.
Anyone hear all the mortgage commercials and wonder how it seems every mortgage company seems to be just giving away loans for free? Mike Hoover, Joe Stanford, their team at Accurate Mortgage are here to tell you that nothing is free in life. And while interest rates are great and options abound, there is no such thing as no cost or free. What those other companies don't tell you is while they may waive your fees, they increase your interest rate to cover that cost. In some cases, this may be the best option, but in many cases, it is not. Trust Mike and Joe at Accurate Mortgage to help evaluate all of your options that are available to you and to help you make an informed decision. They'll do that for you. Call today for a mortgage review from the loan advisors at Accurate. You could drop your rate, possibly save hundreds on monthly payments, and if you close in May, your next payment will not be until July. So don't wait. Call Accurate Mortgage today, 615-833-0456. That's 615-833-0456. Or visit AccurateMTG.com. Accurate Mortgage Group, a division of Acopia, LLC, is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 4664.
Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm here in Nashville. I've been warning our clients that IRS employees are back at work since mid-July, and their collection efforts have ramped up. Well, sure enough, it looks like it's happening. So if you have unfiled tax returns, wage levies, bank levies, or tax liens, now's the time to call the Lance Drury Law Firm before the IRS calls you. Tax resolution plans are based off your current income. So if your current income is less than normal due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this is precisely the time for the Lance Drury Law Firm to help you. Your consultation is free, so don't put it off. The Lance Drury Law Firm focuses solely on tax resolution law. It's all we do. And if you have IRS problems, you have legal problems. Let us use our tax law resolution experience to guide you and work on your custom resolution plan. Call now. It's free and confidential. Call me, Lance Drury, at 615-733-8168 or go to LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou Lou at 800-333-1750. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-333-1750. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-333-1750. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-333-1750. 800-333-1750.
With Root Insurance, you have the power to control your own rates, all from an app. Root is a new type of car insurance that looks deeper than other insurers by using the sensors in your smartphone. Here's how it works. Just download the Root app, get on the road, and we'll take care of the rest. The app measures your driving behavior, things like braking, turning, and how much you drive. And you get a custom rate based primarily on your driving. The better you drive, the better your rate, which means good drivers could save hundreds. And this puts the power back where it belongs, in your hands. It's also easy to customize. The app walks you through each step so you know exactly what you're getting and get exactly what you need. It's car insurance made for you. Because good drivers deserve better rates, a better experience, and more control. Download the Root app today and see how easy car insurance can be. Disclaimers may apply. See joinroot.com for details.
From the 104.5 The Zone Traffic Center.
Looks like we're dealing with a few accidents now, one southeast of town at I-24 eastbound right before you get to Bell Road, and another blocking the right shoulder at I-440 eastbound right after Hillsborough Pike. Also in town at 51st Avenue at Charlotte Avenue in town, working on a wreck in that direction. Traffic volume not in too bad a shape, seeing some backup over by Spring Street at I-24 eastbound, and also some congestion at I-65 northbound heading towards the 65-24 split north of town. I'm Joshua Clay with traffic on your home for Titans football. 104.5 The Zone.
NHL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Dawn off today. Coach Mack got taken out by the Zoom creeper. I don't know what that was. But we were talking about Rashad Weaver. And, Coach, you were talking about how you need a third guy in that rotation and that from a skill set standpoint certainly fits the bill.
Yeah, I don't know when you guys lost me. My screen just went blank and it said the host has ended this meeting. I said, okay.
You went on about your business.
Zoom just said, "Screw you, Coach Mack. Get him out of here." Coach. You went West Texas on that thing in the break.
No, it did. I mean, look, I've been shut out before. I've had a bar door closed on me. I just went home. I know how it works. I know how it works. Anyway, so you got to have three guys out there in that rotation. Yeah. I mean, you have to have that, and you need it. You need it to where you don't have a big drop off. So, so hopefully that will be the case. And that's another statement that I made. After the pick was made, I told Ramon and I told Mike, Keith, and Rhett and Amy sitting there. I said, this is a guy be in the rotation immediately because just of what I've watched him play.
Coach Racey McMath out of LSU, he sounds like a character in picture pages back in the day, but a really fast wide receiver, just not a lot of production. What do you see from him?
Okay, look, he was at wide receiver U, correct?
Yeah, they've had some. They've had some dudes. You're right.
They've had a couple.
No, and recently they've had some dudes.
Yeah.
And here's what I like about him. First of all, he's long, he's fast. Well, I've said that, but he wasn't getting to play much from the line of scrimmage. So he went and said, "Hey, I want to play." So he became a gunner and a really good one on special teams. That shows me two things. First of all, he wants to play. Second of all, he's really tough. Third of all, it's a guy that you want on your team. One of the best gunners, I mean, I've always got stories in it when I start saying things. One of the best gunners I've ever been around in my time in the National Football League, which is, 3 decades worth, was when we drafted Neil Anderson, number 1 out of the University of Florida.
Yeah.
You remember him?
Yep.
And we still
35.
have Walter Payton. Well, Neil couldn't get on the field, because Walter's going to be the starting tailback. So he said, put me at gunner. Best gunner I've ever seen.
Wow.
So anyway, this to me is and guys, just remember this too. With this salary cap this year and the way things are, and the moves that the Titans had to make with this salary cap, you need some guys for Craig Aukerman can train up to be core teamers that aren't veteran players that are going to cost a lot of money because you're not going to have that money. You know what I'm saying? And so there's some important things to remember with that.
Coach, I used to work with a guy named Billy Breeze, but I don't think he's related to Brady Breeze, who's a safety out of Oregon. The last pick the Titans took in this draft. What do you think about him?
You know what? I just watched some more. Him, really smart player. You know, I mean, he's a very heads up, run around player. This guy to me is a core teamer as soon as he comes in, and then he's going to have to earn him a spot so that he can back up, back there in the back end. He's a guy that you could drop down in the box some if you were going to do that, in a sub package. But to me, he's going to have to make this team as a core teamer and then learn the defense pretty quick. Again, that's why I say I'm really happy that we've got 3 preseason games this year, because we've got some young guys that we need to take a look at against NFL competition just to get them up to speed.
That's what I was going to say, Coach. We don't have a lot of time to get into it, but I was going to ask you, as far as the leadership goes on this defensive side of the ball, where do you see that coming from? Big Jeff's going to take a step. Yeah, Bud Dupree's coming in trying to get acclimated, but you got guys like Jack Rabbit. Who do you see really stepping up and leading this defense?
Well, Kevin Byard and Jayon Brown have got to be in that group too, and Big Jeff. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean that's got to be that. What you'd like to have is you'd like to have a guy in each room that's kind of the dude, to step up and say, this is the way we're doing it. And you can't, as you well know, Ron, you've played a long time. You can't force leadership on anybody, right?
Right.
I mean, it's got to be earned, and some of it's got to be earned on the field. A lot of it's got to be earned in the building. It's got to be earned in the class, and it's got to be earned the way you go about your business day to day. I mean, I always was very, very careful when the rookies came in about telling them who to look at to learn how to play from. Let them kind of figure it out on their own, and then if they figured out the wrong one, I'd tell them. But what you really have to do is, and that changes every year. And so that, your squad, especially in the National Football League, changes every year now. You roll over 30% of it in normal years. And sometimes you can roll it over even more than that. So it's got to evolve organically.
I love that story about Neil Anderson, because I guess the first time he ever was a gunner in his football life was in the NFL.
Well, you think?
I started to say special teamers, but I'm sure he returned some kicks back in the day in high school.
Look, Charles Neil Anderson. Well, he's our number 1 pick out of Florida. This guy was a beautiful player. This was one of the more talented guys I've ever been around. But Walter Payton was pretty good too. And so, he wasn't going to play immediately, but he just wanted to play. He just wanted to compete. And so, Mike Ditka said, okay, because, Coach Ditka came in there. He was a special teams coach at Dallas. He said, you want to play gunner? He said, yes. One of the best ones I've ever seen.
That's big time.
That's amazing. The 30 for 30 on that 85 Bears team came on the other day, and my 14-year-old walked through the room, and I sat him down, and he watched the entire thing with me. I said, look at this culture, look at this team, look at these personalities, and it all worked.
Man.
Never be another one like it. Never will be, because it's free agency. You could never. Joe Green, was on my staff for 8 years at Arizona. One time we took a calculator and put out what it would take to have kept that steel curtain together during free agency. You don't have enough money. All right. And it's the same way with that 85 Bears team. And, it started to split up. We had to split up in 86, lost Wilbur Marshall for 2 number 1s. Couldn't pay, couldn't pay everybody. And then once free agency came in, you'll never have teams like that anymore. Like the Bears put together, like the 49ers, like the Giants put together, or like the Broncos back in the day. You just can't keep that many good players together at one time. So, that was the Camelot days there in Chicago. And those of us that were fortunate enough to be around it for a while will always cherish it.
The Hogs, the offensive line for the Redskins back in the day.
Well, yeah, just put it all. Look, guys, you couldn't keep it. As I said, Joe Green and I started putting the calculator to it for the steel curtain, and we just started laughing, because it just no way.
I love it. Coach Mack, hey, thanks for hopping back on. Appreciate that. Sorry that Zoom did that to you.
Guys, look,
we'll get after
it. You don't have to apologize. Always glad to come on with you guys. See you.
All right,
there he is, Coach Mack, presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans. With Farm Bureau Health Plans, you can plan on not needing a plan B, because we provide health care coverage that you can depend on. Farm Bureau Health Plans plan on us. As I mentioned, the University of Tennessee with a portal party.
Mm-hmm.
Got a local player, a Nashville player transferring in.
Like Coach Mack said, They may have gotten a dude right here.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Titans Nation, the fandom that powers a city, Nashville.
He is the baddest man in the NFL.
There's only one place to find everything Titans football. 104.5 The Zone.
Let's listen up, man. I put it out there. Should Slay bet on the local hockey team straight up, or should he go with a parlay? And everybody's saying just to bet on them straight up. Don't get creative, Slay. Although if Slay wants to get creative, he can do it. Action247.com provides him with that opportunity. And they've got all kinds of promotions going on. Make sure you get signed up, action247.com. And then check out what daily promotions they have, whether it's with the hockey team that we were talking about. Also, we've got 2 more big horse races coming up. Now, you can't bet that necessarily in Tennessee, but they do have the free-to-play site. Which is really, really cool, too. And that's games.action247.com. You can earn things on the sports wagering side, and you can win prizes, all kinds of things. But you've got basketball, you've got baseball going on, all kinds of things. This is a local company. This is the local sports book, the only one in Tennessee. By Tennesseans, for Tennesseans. Check them out, action247.com. These are the guys I use. Must be 21 years or older and present in Tennessee to bet. For gambling problem support, call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by NetSuite by Oracle. Receive your free product tour right now at netsuite.com/golf. The Houston Astros went to Yankee Stadium last night to face Yankee fans for the first time since the cheating scandal, and you can imagine how that went. You knew Yankee fan was coming for them, and they were. Especially that one guy who, according to ESPN, showed up from Brooklyn wearing a costume of Oscar the Grouch with a tank top which read Trastros. Except he was told that he could not rock that outfit in the stadium due to a new policy. You mean the worst policy. Leave it to MLB to screw up one of the only good things it's got going right now. Just know this, Commissioner. Ejecting dudes dressing like Oscar the Grouch in Trastros tanks is not going to make anybody forget that the Astros cheated their way to a title. I'm Jim Rome.
It's like I blinked and suddenly all my business shifted to e-commerce.
Now, my business hours are whenever my customers need me.
My customers want everything now and faster than ever. It's a whole different world.
Your business is changing. The United States Postal Service is changing with it. We're bringing you fast, reliable shipping nationwide, and we're bringing it right when your customers need it. Let's discover new routes. Visit USPS.com/new routes. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
Do you hear My Computer Career ads and think, I don't know anything about computers? Well, you don't have to. Before starting, many graduates could turn a computer on and off. And that's it. Now they're IT pros. You could do it too. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new life in as little as 4 months. Grants covering up to 53% of the cost are available to those who qualify. It's not rocket science. It's My Computer Career.
Hey guys, listen up. It's Ramon Foster here, and I got something for you guys. Prioritizing your health is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. It all starts with an annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men. That's right, something for you guys, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer a monitor self-inject at-home testosterone treatment for $135 a month, self-pay or covered by most health insurance. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Uncle Bud's has 5 catering trucks rolling every day to make your outdoor event, your family gathering, or feeding the work crew easy. Handling orders of all sizes, they offer an all-you-can-eat buffet or individual boxed meals. Uncle Bud's has customized menus for your event and provides everything from napkins to the cups. Uncle Bud's takes the stress from catering. To book, just call 615-557-5757 or go to unclebuds.com to request a catering order. Uncle Bud's, let us come see you.
Fleet Cards USA.
Fleet Cards USA, Barb here.
Hey, Barb, I've got a lawn care company.
Ooh, we work with home services all the time. Experts in that area.
Well, I need more credit for my business.
Look no further. Fuel cards are a great way to manage expenses and cash flow. Plus, your guys have a convenient way to fuel up.
Wow, that sounds easy.
Easy's my middle name. Not really. It's Hildegard.
Oh. Sorry about that.
Go to FleetCardsUSA.com, answer a few questions, and woo, you're good to go.
Fleet Cards USA.
Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again? Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century. Something that really works. Men, you need to try Noxitril, the all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom to a level you could only dream of. Try to imagine Viagra on steroids. Noxitril is so powerful, that's why it took years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription. So call now and take advantage of our special Noxitril free bottle offer today. Oh yeah, we recommend that you use the Noxitril dose as directed. Think of your partner. We certainly don't want you to overperform in the bedroom.
Call now and find out how to get a free bottle of Noxitril while supplies last. Call 1-800-234-9564. That's 800-234-9564. Free bottles for a limited time, so call now. 800-234-9564. 800-234-9564.
Multi-platinum entertainer Jason Aldean returns to the live music scene for the first time in over a year.
Let's get this thing started.
2 nights of Jason Aldean live at the Bonnaroo Farm in Manchester, Tennessee on May 14th and 15th. And 104.5 The Zone has your chance to see it live. Sign up for your chance to win 4 tickets by going to 1045thezone.com/contests. Tickets are on sale now. To purchase, visit BonnarooFarm.com. From the 104.5 The Zone Traffic Center.
Crews are still working on an earlier vehicle fire out in Wilson County. There's a disabled vehicle blocking the shoulder now at I-40 eastbound right at the Davison-Wilson County line, and an injury wreck in Inglewood at Hart Lane at Ben Allen Road. Also southeast of town, we have a crash at I-24 eastbound right before you get to Bell Road, and another over on the west loop at I-40 westbound right at the 6540 junction. Also by Belmont, the right shoulder's blocked at I-440 eastbound right after Hillsborough Pike, and another crash south of town in Tusculum at Nolensville Pike at Old Hickory Boulevard. I'm Joshua Clay with traffic on your home for Titans football. 104.5 The Zone.
From the Mark Spain Real Estate Studios, your home for Titans and Falls football. 104.5 The Zone. WGFX Gallatin, Nashville. A Cumulus station. Trending now at 104.5 The Zone.
Good afternoon. I'm Will Bowling. The Nashville Predators could clinch a playoff spot tonight. Puck drops at 6 o'clock in Columbus for the 8th and final meeting this season between the Predators and Blue Jackets. The Preds will clinch the 4th seed in the Central Division if they defeat Columbus for the 7th time this season, and the Tampa Bay Lightning defeat the Dallas Stars in regulation. Following today's morning skate, Preds coach John Hines said that Colton Sissons and Dante Fabro are possibilities to return from injury and play tonight in Nationwide Arena. The Jaguars have fired 4 long-time employees in the scouting and personnel department, including one who has been with the franchise since its inception. The 4 staffers, including Andy Dingler, Chris Driggers, Mark Ellens, and Paul Roll, have a combined 66 years of experience, and Driggers was one of the 6 remaining staff members who joined the franchise in 1994. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
The 3HL with Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay.
Great job, 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Don Davenport off today. Joe Hunk producing. They just left him in there all by himself. Started Monday.
Yeah, you want to talk about taking the training wheels off quickly.
You got it. That's what they tell you. Don't wear a helmet or nothing, Joe.
I mean, just throw you in the pool.
You got the mohawk going anyway. You getting a lot of love on Facebook about that too, about the mohawk.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's on TV. You can see Joe Hunk's mohawk.
Yeah, it might have been him busting the move.
He's aerodynamic.
In the GIF.
Oh yeah.
He was down low.
Yeah, those are literally my only moves. That's it. That's it.
That's it.
I can fake it like I can do a lot of things. I can't fake that.
Squat down, get ready to go, that's it.
Just shake it back and forth.
Can't get back up. Can't get back. You're wondering what we're talking about. Ron Slay's, show tweet.
Yeah, my reps did it.
Who are your reps? We need to uncover this.
All want to know.
Maybe Phil Williams can do an investigative story on your reps. Ron Slay said, 104.5 The Zone and 3HL have to give a warm welcome to our new producer, at Joe Hunk. Welcome to the family. Now bust a move. And it's all of us with our face on dancing people.
Mm-hmm.
Getting low.
Low.
Can you get low dancing anymore, Slay? Or
Once Julio can get me down by 2-3 times, and then
if Julio signs with the Titans, you'll get low.
It's on. It's on. I'm low as you can go.
Do that on the webcam the moment he signs.
Yeah.
The moment he's traded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of the web TV, so there is programming that comes on just on that form of communication from the Zone, and you can get the UT podcast that way tonight with Will Bowling and the hardest working man in radio. All of a sudden, Lucas Panzica,
the Pan Man, boy, he gets it done, boy.
I saw him today because I left my wallet at home.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a member of the fine police institution here, and you see my car going down 65 South,
let him make it.
Yeah. I promise I'll have it tomorrow and every other day. But he had to come let me in the gate.
Yeah.
Well, he produced the morning show this morning. He's the executive producer of Blaine and Mickey and also Buck Rising. So he did Buck Rising show as well. And then some of Blaine and Mickey, but because Joe Hunk was in there training since Monday, Joe's like, I got it, man. And so Lucas was leaving. And so I saw him. He looked like a corpse. He looked like a dead man walking, dead body.
That's a tough way to dead body. That's a tough way to look, man.
So he was going home to get some rest, and next thing you know, I'd see him tweeting something about soccer in all caps, meaning he's just screaming something.
Pan man, lay down.
See, what the party misses is he was also up here at 9 o'clock last night doing one show.
Right. That's right.
Forgot about that.
Then had like about 4 hours sleep, came back this morning, and now he's going to take a nap before the show tonight.
And he's out here tweeting. Pan man, listen to me, man. Listen to Big Bruh Slay. This Big Bruh Slay talking to you. Lay down. Lay down. Put the phone on silent. Lay down. You'll be back up, man.
Maybe take a sip of something to help you lay down.
Yeah, but then he might not get back up. It would depend on what sip he taking, where it's coming from.
Hey, by the way, Scott on Twitter sent us a picture of 104.5 The Zone TV feed, and the picture on our Zone TV feed, at least this one, I got to find it because we got to fix it, doesn't have you on it.
Are they kidding me?
It has the weird, awkward me with my arm around Dawn pose.
Hey, this is Dawn.
How did that even happen?
Staff photographer needs to come in. New shots.
No doubt, man. It's we've got Slay in a lot of stuff. I thought everything, but evidently not. So we'll have to get our reps on.
Come on, man. Yeah, we got to get in touch with the reps because my reps would already had it done.
Yeah,
my reps come in hot, boy, and I got some. Woo, y'all pay attention, man. Coming up this week, we got some really good ones with Joe Hunt. Be prepared, Joe.
You talking about tweets? Pre-show tweets?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to roll.
GIF tweets. GIF, excuse me, Dawn. GIF tweets.
My favorite part of Zone TV, honestly, selfishly, is like knowing that it's on some sort of delay. So Dawn, if you haven't seen Web TV and you've not been around Dawn, you won't know this, except for I've said it on the air. She talks with her hands.
Yeah.
Like she's very grandiose in her movements while she's talking. And so she'll do something really outrageous over there, and then I know I have like 20 seconds to see it on the TV thing, and it just cracks me up. It's so funny.
Like yesterday when we were getting ready to get off the air, the hunk was in that jam, and then Dawn started, like she was on some turntables, and she started mixing. That was pretty cool. And she had her glasses on. Her sunglasses, that really looked cool by Dawn yesterday, so shout out to Babs.
Yeah, and she was dancing, but when she stands up, it's like a strike zone. It's like shoulder to the knees on the on the Zone TV feed. So get us there. I put the question on the Zone TV feed. Should Slay just bet the Preds straight up?
Talk to me, people.
Or should he go with a parlay? And Scott said no #parlay tonight.
Yeah, he did say that. Guess what, Scott? Listen, I'm gonna listen to you. So all I'm saying is you gotta be ready to bear this cross now if things don't go right. But I'm positive it's gonna go right.
Can you go over your bets again? Which ones you made? Because I'm curious of the over under on the 5.5.
Oh yeah, I wasted no time. Coach
Todd
Mack
Fuhrman's coming on at 5:20.
I'm gonna make another one with Todd if he tells me to. But Coach Mack pumped me down a little bit, and I listened to Coach Mack. I can't get in I forgot my username. I got to figure it out during the break, and then I'll tell them again. I think I took the Preds plus 600 by 2, Preds by 1 plus 600, and then Nashville to win and 5.5 under plus 240.
Okay. I didn't know if you went to 5.5 over under on goals.
I went under.
Yes,
Under 5.5.
That's the one that makes me
But
nervous.
my thing is, it's the back-to-back. It's a lot on the line. I don't think it's going to be high scoring. And this would have worked out the last game. It was 3-0.
I know.
Going into the third.
After these back-to-backs, and I could just totally be doing on recent history, the second game in the back-to-back, I think, is always higher scoring.
Really?
Because they've seen each other.
Oh,
they saw each other literally. That's my thought, because I remember
But they've had a day off, Joe.
They have, but I remember the Lightning game. Preds win the first game against the Lightning. Next game, Lightning just come out and score like 7 goals. That's why.
This is the problem right here.
Again, I could totally be
The
wrong.
problem is that you listen to everybody that has an opinion.
You're
about
right.
it.
You're right. That is the problem. That's the first and foremost problem. You are exactly right. I'm gonna ask the man out here by the gate. What's his take too? I might put a nothing on him.
So yesterday on the text strand, because we were trying to come up with a nickname for Joe, even though he's got one.
Yeah.
Yesterday in the moment we couldn't do it, and you were like, I don't want to call him Joe the regular guy, and then I couldn't think of. I don't know how I didn't think of Coming to America in the moment, because I always think of Coming to America in the moment. Which, by the way, I haven't seen the sequel, and I'm not going to. It's dead to me. This is the way I understand it.
Don't you do it.
Don't see it.
Don't you do
You
it.
saw it?
I saw it.
Nobody's talking about it, which tells me I better not see it, because it's gonna reshape how I think about everything.
I'm gonna tell you what, Brent.
I don't want that to happen.
Brent, it is if you have nothing to do. Like you really got downtime and you ain't got nothing to do. Just check it out. But if you got something to do, like go downstairs, fix a sandwich, if you gotta go get some gas in the car, if Kelly gotta go show a house to somebody, you go with her. Like if you can find anything to do, don't do it, man.
Go play
After seeing
catch.
anything.
Anything.
Go get
By yourself.
Go get a root canal.
Yeah, I don't care what it is.
Go kill some fire ants in the grass
Like,
in the
dude,
front yard.
barefooted,
Whatever.
like anything.
Walk
Tell
the
you.
dogs. I hate doing that.
Hey man, it's cool, man. But the bar said so. We up here talking about Coming to America 1 right now.
Because
we
I thought about
uttered a word about 2.
I thought about driving home when I was listening to the I was listening to 3HL driving home, and it's funny too when I pull up next to people at like the stop sign or the stoplight or whatever, and they look at me and they're like, "Shouldn't you be on the air?"
I get that too.
Like, how are you listening to you in your car, and I'm listening to you and I'm looking at you?
I'm looking at you. Yeah.
So then I thought we should have called him Joe the Policeman from the What's Going Down episode of That's My Mama.
That's my mom.
Which is Coming to America. So I knew when I texted that, Dawn's probably never seen Coming to America, so I better explain. And sure enough, she hadn't seen it.
Now, Babs, you hurt me with that one, Babs. And I Babs, you hurt me with that one. I know, but I should have known that if she hasn't even seen the movie with her brother starring in it.
Yeah.
So, I mean. But Babs, we got to see
Hidden Figures. She hadn't seen Hidden Figures, which is an awesome movie.
Yep.
Anyway, even if your brother's not in that movie.
It's still a good movie.
It's really good.
Yeah. So, I haven't
They
seen.
figured out problems, man.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Mathematical problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot do it.
Me neither. Tennessee just picked up a wide receiver from Mississippi State, and you asked me when I said that during a break, you were like, is it Javonte Payton?
Yep.
It is Javonte Payton, who is from Nashville, played his high school football at my alma mater, Hillsboro. Went to Northwest Mississippi Community College out of high school. 3-star player offered by Tennessee, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Kentucky, among others.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 junior college wide receiver in the country coming out of junior college. Went to Mississippi State last year, 19 receptions, 225 yards, and a touchdown. 6'1", 180 pounds. You think he can have an impact?
I definitely do. With that size and the way they're going to air the ball out, this is going to be an exciting offense. I told Brent off air, man, listen, we're going to lose. I know we're going to lose, but, boy, we're going to have a good time in that stadium before that clock hits 0-0-0.
So is that like the party back in the day that you know is going to be busted by the cops, but you're going to have a good time
we
before
gotta
it happens?
Yeah, we got to turn it up before they come, boy. Javonte Payton is a guy with an opportunity. Can make something happen. Big receiver. So, going to be good, man. Good for him. Good, fresh, clean slate going up the Rocky Top from Mississippi State. Yeah, salute to him. His dad, McKinley Young, played with me at Pearl-Cohn, was part of that back-to-back state championship
Does
team.
that make you feel old?
A little bit, but he was older than me, so I was always a young pup. So he ain't
What do you mean? He's 25 playing high school football? Come on.
Yeah, exactly. His mom went to Pearl with me too. So man, shout out to them, man. That's what's up. Little Firebird up there on Rocket Top.
He went to Hillsboro.
Yeah, but his dad and
He's
mom,
a burro.
He is a burro, but by way of a Firebird, by way of two Firebirds.
Two Firebirds
They had
make
a
a burro?
donkey. Yeah, they had a donkey. Wasn't y'all the donkeys?
We're the burros, man.
Yeah, a burro is a donkey, ain't it?
No, it's a burro.
What is a burro?
Stop with this.
No, seriously.
We're just going to stop right there.
Seriously.
We were not the fighting donkeys. Despite what everybody used to say.
I gotta go look at it. Hey. Eric Parham, I know if you listening, dog, man, shout out to y'all too, man. That's my guy, one of the greatest point guards to come through there.
Oh, man.
I'm finna go look up a burro.
Okay, well, you do that and report back when we come back. Also, the Titans had a quarterback. We'll talk about that when we come back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Real life awaits Blaine and Mickey.
Real life awaits. Like you push that door open and you peek out of it.
Blaine and Mickey, tomorrow from 1 to 3 p.m.
1045 The Zone.
Love it. I also love this. If you are someone that needs some cash for a home improvement project, or you want to pay down some credit card debt, or you're just flat out looking for a lower house payment, Loan Pronto is where you need to go. They can make it happen. Zero cost refi program. They can help you to refinance your mortgage now, lock in a lower payment, get cash out of your home's equity. Some people are getting checks for $20,000 or $30,000. Rates are still super low right now, historic lows as of right now. So give them a call, see what your options are. Maybe snag that lower rate. Have no lender fees. Have zero cumbersome process. Their all digital platform makes it so simple. They can cover your closing costs too. Our listeners are loving this. Call now, refi to a better rate. Loan Pronto at 615-499-5780. If you're a veteran too, by the way, Loan Pronto specializes in VA loans with super fast turnaround, crazy low rates, that streamlined process. LoanPronto.com. Call them at 615-499-5780. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval. Not available on all loans.
It's Ramon Foster. And guys, I got something special for you today, okay? If you've noticed a lack of energy, motivation, and drive, it could be low T or something else, like sleep apnea, or even low thyroid. Schedule a complete health assessment at Low T Center. Now they offer a monitor self-inject at-home testosterone treatment for $135 a month, self-pay or covered by most health insurance. So if you've been feeling tired, grumpy, have weight gain, and loss of muscle, go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
When was the last time you took a good look at your garage doors? Hi, I'm Dan Watkins with All Four Seasons Garage Doors. My homework assignment for you is to really evaluate what condition your garage doors and openers are in. If your doors look dated and run down, call us out to give you a free new door estimate. If it squeaks or is just plain loud, then let me get one of my technicians out to your home to evaluate what must be done to fix these problems. You'll be amazed at how much smoother we can get your current garage door running. Call us today at 629-702-6159 or visit us today at fourseasonsgarages.com.
BetMGM welcomes you to Showtime with a risk-free first bet up to $600. Simply sign up and use bonus code MGM600 and you're on your way to betting with the king of sportsbooks. Plus, with BetMGM's new one-game parlay feature, you can choose from hundreds of bet types and combinations within a single game to build the perfect parlay. All the action on all your favorite sports will be at your fingertips when you download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code MGM600 to make your first bet risk-free up to $600. Bet with confidence and turn game day into payday at BetMGM. New customer offer. Paid and free bets. Must be 21 years or older. Must be in Tennessee. Visit BetMGM.com for full list of terms and conditions. For problem gambling support, call the Tennessee Red Line at 800-889-9789.
Bad internet is bad for business. We've all been there. Lagging video chats, slow downloads. Oh, come on. It's just not a good look. Instead, call C Spire Business. Our local experts deliver gigabit speeds backed by thousands of miles of fiber for the fastest, most reliable internet around. Period. No excuses, no apologies. Just fiber-fast internet that works. C Spire Business. See how our fiber solutions can help power your success at cspirebusiness.com.
Empty seats can't cheer. They don't tailgate, and they don't know fight songs. Empty seats don't sing during seventh inning stretches. And they don't know stats or superstitions. There's a soundtrack for places like this, and it isn't made in a studio. It's made by you. So when it's your turn to get the vaccine, be a fan. Take the shot.
Brought to you by your friends at Vanderbilt Health.
The VA loan is one of the best benefits of being in the military. You can refinance and cash out up to 100% of your appraised home value and can close in as little as 14 days. HeroLoan.com.
The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
All right, it's still springtime, so the weather's changing all the time, and it's about to be blistering hot outside, and we just finished freezing cold. So as you do inventory of your property, maybe you are noticing things like this. Driveway needs to be sealed again. Sidewalk, maybe you got that sidewalk out to your mailbox, needs to be sealed again. Maybe the deck, maybe your fence, maybe you live on the lake and it's your boat dock. You got all these outdoor surfaces that need to be sealed. Well, how about stopping that madness every year or every other year or whatever you're doing? EverSeal is the way to go. It's a revolutionary product, and the EverSeal crew, they're not just sealing it, they're ever sealing it. I love it. It's a 25-year manufacturer-backed warranty. They come out, they seal all these outdoor surfaces like they've never been sealed, and then well, first they clean them like they've never been cleaned. Then they seal them like they've never been sealed, and it looks amazing. So stop dragging out the paintbrush, all that stuff every other year. Seal it with EverSeal and forget it. That's right. Don't just be sealing. Get to EverSealing.
This Mother's Day, let's honor the heroes close to our hearts. Visit Shane Company for a gift of fine jewelry or shop online and get fast 2-day shipping. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
From the 104.5 The Zone Traffic Center.
Looks like we have a disabled vehicle still from an earlier vehicle fire in Wilson County at I-40 eastbound right at the Davis-Wilson County line, and we still have an injury crash in Inglewood at Hart Lane at Ben Allen Road. Also over on the west loop at I-40 westbound at the 6540 junction, working on a crash through there, and another blocking the right shoulder at I-40 eastbound after Hillsboro Pike. Also south of town in Tusculum, we have a crash at Nolensville Pike at Old Hickory Boulevard, and another north of town at Rosa Parks Boulevard going on to the ramp to I-65. I'm Joshua Clay with traffic on your home for Titans football. 104.5 The Zone.
NHL 104.5 The Zone. If you're watching Zone TV, I wore my baseball gear because I thought we had a 10U well, we did have a 10U baseball game. But evidently it rained hard enough yesterday to rain out the game today. So now I'm just in baseball gear with nowhere to go.
just ready.
Maybe I'll go over to the tin roof.
In the baseball gear. Celebrate a win in your head.
Stacy and my guy Josh over there. Yeah, so that describes that.
You know what I love, Brent?
What do you love, man?
Man, I love the interaction that we get to have with our viewers and listeners, man, on all of this entire forum that we got.
Well, because, we're really silly.
Yeah, they love it.
And then a lot of the responders are really silly too. So it's a lot of fun. If you have a chance, all of our social media feeds have put out a piece written by Jason Barrett that we can't really go into detail about, but you can read it at Sports Radio PD on Twitter.
Check that out.
Or just check any of our Twitter feeds. We've been throwing it out there all day. And ultimately, just to say thank you. To you guys for listening to all of the shows on the Zone and for your interaction, as you just mentioned, with all of the social media and platforms. Really appreciate that. We were talking about what is a Hillsboro borough.
Hey.
Because Javante Payton, whose parents went to Pearl Cone, so you want to just claim him as a Firebird.
Yeah.
Even though he graduated from Hillsboro.
And that's true.
So he's a borough, just like me.
That's true, but with Firebird blood running through his veins somehow. Like it's
mom and daddy.
That's part. Yeah,
they met at Pearl.
So he got Firebird DNA, but he has the Shrek donkey costume.
I will donkey.
Burrow. I'm sorry.
They're burrows. They're not donkeys.
What do you people think? Is a burrow a donkey?
Well, yeah, it is, but.
Okay.
But it's a burrow. The burrow sounds better than donkey.
Without question.
The Hillsboro Donkeys?
You all might have won a lot more games, though, if you went into it known as the Donkeys, because everybody would have been laughing, then you catch them off guard, because y'all were really talented.
That was my thought. And here come the Donkeys.
You laughing at the donkeys and you're down 20.
I had some friends that would put that mascot costume on, and number one, if you've ever been a mascot, you understand this. If you haven't, maybe you don't, but the smell inside those uniforms, dude, it's hard to clean a mascot uniform.
Oh, yeah. You want to know a fun fact?
No.
Hey, I got one for you anyway. I was a mascot.
Oh, my. This is impossible for me to believe.
I was a mascot. So what I'm going to need to happen is somebody that went to Pearl-Cohn going to have to call up here and confirm this story. Because I always got to confirm these stories for Brent. Like, he didn't believe I was in the Macbeth play, which I kind of wasn't. I was in the Importance of Being Earnest play, which Miss Smith called in.
You thought you were in Macbeth, but you were in the Importance of Being Earnest.
Which was created along the same time frame.
Well, also you were fried in the moment.
Most definitely.
When
Don't
you
tell
hit
Miss Smith that.
When you hit the stage, you were fried.
So Steph, my little sister, told me, don't tell Mom that. So we got to stop saying I was fried. Miss Smith, I was not fried.
You're supposed to tell me that before I say it on the radio.
It's too late, but I'm telling you now on air. So, Steph,
were you fried when you tried out for the baseball team and you realized
No,
you
I
didn't want
wasn't.
to take a pitch?
No, because that was one of the only times I really had butterflies. We tried out in the gym because it was raining.
Nervous?
I was nervous in baseball, but I was so excited. It was more anxiety more than nervousness. But it was ooh.
I'll tell you what I always
wanted
tell
to
my
do well,
kids.
man.
If you feel nervous about it, it means you care.
Exactly. So let me tell you this though. I was a Firebird.
Firebird, I will give you this. Firebird is better than a burro, just in terms of mascot.
Okay. But
what is a Firebird? I mean, I know what a fire ant
We
is.
rise from the ashes and come once again to greatness. That's what we are.
Like the Phoenix?
That's what I was about to say. Isn't that a Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's us. Pearl-Cohn, Firebird, Phoenix, Firebird. Yeah. Nobody. What we gonna let the Pearl-Cohn Phoenixes? Here come the Phoenixes. Now here come the Firebirds. But I broke my wrist going into my junior year, and
so you couldn't play football.
I couldn't play football
because you can't catch with a broken wrist.
Couldn't catch with a broken wrist.
Plus, John Henderson's over there on the other side.
Yeah, J.R. Pratt, doubt if they needed me, McKinley Young, all these guys. So this is my thing. I love these guys.
Yeah.
I love my school. I'm going to show team spirit. Miss Jones, who I love, was the athletic director, told me I could be the Firebird. We went to the costume store and got a Firebird outfit. And I was literally
they just had a Firebird outfit at the costume store?
Yeah, it was short. So it may have been like it was kind of a reddish eagle.
Wait, so you had those skinny legs?
Yes.
Coming out the bottom
That's
of that?
what I'm trying to tell you. See,
Oh my gosh.
it got to be a picture somewhere. It has to be.
Oh my
I know.
gosh.
I'm telling you, I know Coach Fitzgerald remembered. I'm going to have to get him.
Oh, Coach Fitzgerald's
I'm
the
gonna have to
best.
get him. Yeah. But I was a Firebird, and I was
Always
doing
loved-
this. Do the bird. Do the. Like,
Doing the dirty bird.
yeah, there you go.
You invented the Dirty Bird.
Yes. Come on, man. Give me my props, man. I should have copyrighted that thing. Trademark.
How many games were you the mascot?
One game. It was enough. Because at the same time, it was so much fun, but sometimes I felt like I was being laughed at. But then I would do a dance. Then I just started doing a dance.
You had a problem being laughed at?
Yeah. So I had to turn it. I had to flip it to not being laughed at, but being laughed with, so I can laugh at me too.
Yeah, you got to laugh at you.
I had to find
always
a way
tell
to
my
laugh at
kids,
me.
Life is short, man.
Yeah. So that means I was
You
just
can't
doing
laugh at yourself.
crazy stuff. I think Coach Fitzgerald told me to get off the sideline. I might have been too close to the players.
Probably the biggest mascot in the history of mascots.
Is there any way we could get you into the T-Rack uniform?
Hey.
Into that costume?
That's the raccoon.
Yeah, the Titans.
Yeah.
T-Rack.
Hey, man. Now, hey. All right now. All right. If it's big enough.
What about Nash? Can you come in from the top of the building,
man,
and like rappel down like
so they
Nash
didn't
does?
do that Saturday. I guess because of the COVID restrictions and stuff. Man, I didn't get to see Nash come down.
That's true social distancing, though. He should have been able to.
Should have been able to do that.
Hey,
Exactly.
Nobody's in the rafters.
Exactly. And nobody's on his line like Rambo shooting up and looking out rappelling from the helicopter or nothing.
I saw that movie again for the first time in years,
How
like
crazy
a
is that,
few
man?
months ago. It is so good, that movie.
That's
Rambo.
a wow.
All right, here's JR in
movie.
Franklin. I have no idea where he's going to go.
He know I was a Firebird. Talk to us, JR.
JR, what's up?
Hey, man, y'all were talking about burros and donkeys. I actually saw a donkey basketball game when I was a kid at Hillsboro, but it was a Hillsboro in Leaper Sport.
Oh, yeah, the
Williamson
middle
County
school.
natives called
Yeah.
it Hillsboro.
Yeah.
You saw donkeys out there playing basketball?
Have you never seen donkey
Well, no, you
basketball?
New one me.
Oh.
What do they do? Kick the ball?
No, man, you rode the donkey.
Oh.
In the gymnasium, they had little rubber boots on.
Let's just say it's a
It's been
very
so
dirty
long.
event because donkeys all over the court.
JR, they got to bring this back. The honk, you seen this?
Oh yeah, I participated.
Honk.
Now, see, y'all talk about all the stuff I've been involved in. The honk is out here riding
I'm
donkeys.
straight
and hooping.
redneck. I'm not even gonna lie. I've done donkey basketball.
He's from Alabama.
Yeah, I'm from Alabama, bro. We do some weird stuff.
I understand it.
Donkey basketball. So you ride a donkey and you play basketball.
You ride the donkey and you ride it around. Like that's how you get around to the goal and stuff.
Did y'all catch JR when he said that the donkeys had boots on?
Rubber
because they were
boots.
in
He said they had little rubber boots.
They rocking
on.
the Jordan 6s. They each got Jordans on. Yeah.
The new Zions.
All right. A burro is the Spanish word for donkey. I'm telling you, Mr. Hutchison, he taught economics back when I was at Hillsboro.
Yeah.
He would, one game a year, he would bring I don't know where he had a burro at his house. I don't know.
That's
and
crazy.
he would bring it and patrol that thing on the sideline.
Wow.
And it would do its stuff on the sideline.
Would it?
Yeah. I mean,
Because you can't time it or nothing. He's just out here free.
no, and like if you run an out route in the wrong spot,
And you just run on
and you
over
got
into the
chased out of
donkey.
bounds.
The donkey mess.
Yeah, face mask full.
Am I crazy for thinking the donkeys were out there hooping?
Yes.
I am. I thought I was. I was really trying to picture the donkey like passing it, and then one coming up on his front legs and kicking it into the basket. That was gonna.
I know we're going crazy when I
We
get
are.
a bunch of text messages from my friends while we're doing the show because they know what I'm doing.
This is what they love.
What about Rodgers now referring to Packers GM as Jerry Krause? That from Scott Curry, he was a Bobcat. He went to Overton.
Hey,
Bobcat's pretty good mascot.
solid,
Cobra's pretty good mascot.
solid,
You giving them credit?
solid. That's right there teetering on the edge of average.
What else we got?
Firebirds.
CPA's the Lions.
Hunters Lane was Warriors.
Yeah. NBA Big Red.
Big Red.
That's
Innsbruck
pretty good.
Tigers.
it's just a color.
That is.
That's
That
pretty
is
good.
One of the best student sections. Wildest student sections out.
Brentwood Academy.
Eagles. Brentwood High, Bruins.
Got some good mascots.
Some
Burrow's
solid
probably the worst. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Spartans.
But I'm glad because it's memorable. If you're the worst at something, you're memorable.
Nobody wanted to remember the donkeys.
Nobody
Burros.
wants to remember like who's the fourth best mascot.
You're right. I think the Firebirds was the best though. I would say I'm biased, but
Let's go to
probably.
Chris next up in Manchester. Chris, what's up? How are you, man?
Man, y'all got me dying over here. Slade, I'm glad you're on here full time, man. So about the donkey basketball, when I was a kid many, many moons ago, I went to Kittrell Grammar School or Kittrell Elementary down in Rutherford County, and we had a gym floor that was concrete with rubber coating on top. So these old drunk white dudes, fat white dudes, was riding these donkeys around. You could hear their little feet squeaking on the rubber, and it was just hilarious. And hearing y'all talk about this brought up like those old memories. I'm sitting here about to pee on myself going down the road in the truck. This is just crazy. Y'all talking about donkey basketball. All right, fellas. Appreciate y'all, man. Keep it up. I love the teamwork y'all got going on.
Appreciate it, man. We miss Babs today, though.
Yes, we do.
She would add to this.
Oh man.
Houston said, pure magic. Just give these guys a microphone, sit back and enjoy. V-Love on Twitter, Hillwood Pill Poppers. I don't know about that, V-Love.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Come on, V-Love. We're giving love, V-Love.
So once you leave high school, do you have to leave the high school hate? Or does it extend?
No. No. Mm-mm. No. By no means. Okay, want me to go down the list? Don't like Whites Creek. We'll never like Whites Creek. Love the people, don't like it.
My guy, love the people, don't like it. My guy Stacy over here at Tin Roof, he's a long-time zone listener. And him and Josh been running that thing forever. He said, I told him the other day after the remote, because he came up as I was about to leave because I might have stayed and had a drink. And I said, man, I wish you could have met Slay today. And he's like, no, he's not going to like me, man. I said, why? And he goes, because I went to Whites Creek.
I'm telling you, dude.
I'm like, yeah, but that's like 25 years ago, man.
Nah, that's like yesterday. That's like yesterday. Here, biggest grudge. The Burrows.
Why the Burrows? We didn't do
y'all
anything
used
to y'all.
always beat us, dude. Like,
Well,
y'all messed our seasons
That
up.
was Mose Phillips and Daryl Miller and those guys.
Man,
Daryl
still.
Miller's kid, by the way, at Cane Ridge, unbelievable basketball player.
Oh, yeah. Get down.
Yep.
Get down. But then in basketball, y'all would have thrown in our side to, like, we lost, I think, 2-3 games my junior year.
So we would have
Hillsborough was one
we
of
would
them.
have like 6 wins in basketball, and one of them be against y'all.
Yeah, and it wasn't nothing flashy. That's the crazy thing. Basketball, Eric Parham was going to get the job done. Seneca, like, yeah, I used to hate it, man.
Those guys were pretty good, actually.
No, they were.
After me.
Yeah, they were.
Because I'm a little bit older than you.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Just a tad bit.
You're about to hit the same decade, though.
Close to it. Maybe. But I'm telling you, dude. Listen, you ask anybody. Maplewood, Stratford.
Maplewood, always up to no good.
Yeah, hey, man, you can't stand these people. These people can't stand us.
Stratford, Corey Fleming, those guys.
You put us in the gym right now, you start the chant. PPI. That was the chant. PPI, PPI, Party People Incorporated say Pearl Cone High. Like, hey, dude, you do that around the gym, it's going to get so loud, it's going to get bananas in there. And we're going to come out on top every time.
Like these banana little Debbie cakes over here that nobody has opened.
That's a problem.
Nobody's opened them.
Yeah, and I feel some type of way about that. Why won't you guys, J Mart, Ramon,
You left
Shay,
them for J Mart and Ramon.
Buck, Mickey, and Blaine when y'all come back in? Dude, y'all got to get the banana twins. Now, I ain't going to tell you where they are because they're on the black market right now. So
I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of getting hungry in here. I may come in and try.
Well, slide on in.
Apparently, there's plenty.
We need to get Mickey and Blaine in here.
Yeah, they gotta get
Can we
in
pick
here.
it down the hallway or something? You
Yes,
were mentioning that
I was on
earlier.
my way today.
I've been told there is a countdown.
There is a countdown for them?
There's a countdown.
Okay.
I'm not going
Long
to say the
overdue.
number because I don't want to be wrong, but I'm just saying by the end of the month, I'm being told that it should be back to normal.
Okay.
Long
I was going to go to
overdue.
the dollar store.
I've
and
also
get one
been
of them
told
woods.
to ask Slay about Pearl High School and what their nickname used to be.
Tigers.
Okay.
Pearl High.
Somebody, a guy named George from Franklin called in. to ask you guys.
Why
Salute
did
to
y'all
George.
change from Tigers to Firebird?
They because Pearl Cone was created by bringing
Cone and Pearl together?
yeah. And Pearl High, boy, I'm gonna be honest, I would have been cool with being Pearl High Tigers. That was pretty dope. But the
Jeff
Cone
on-
and Pearl Cone.
Jeff on Twitter, when I was a kid, the radio stations in Nashville would play donkey basketball against each other as a fundraiser. Make this happen. There's no other radio stations.
I'm just like, what?
In 2021, would that be considered animal cruelty?
Probably.
Hey.
I mean, look, you're 6'8", 285 or whatever you said.
And donkeys probably are a little more stuff. No, I didn't put no 85 on there. I never told this man no 85.
There's only 2 of us. If we're both dying laughing, we can't do the show.
Hey man,
Joe
listen,
Hunt,
man.
take over.
This is what
I thought I slipped that by you.
No, you know I ain't letting nothing ride. I forgot what I was.
Donkey basketball, you
Yeah,
too heavy.
man.
Donkeys
Yeah,
too.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
now these modern age donkeys are probably a little too stubborn.
They've evolved.
Yeah, they've evolved. They won't go.
This
They won't go. We probably can't get
guy
them
on
down the
Twitter
court.
calls him Hill Weed.
Hey, dude, what is wrong with you, man? This dude. Hey, see, Ramon would have loved that.
I've lost. It must be a Wednesday because
It
I've just
is.
lost my mind today.
But this is what's supposed to happen on Friday, on Freestyle Fridays.
Matt says, "Hey Ron, were you the mascot for the 1996 season opener against Page High? I played for Page. We cut the lead to like 14 points in the 4th, and apparently that pissed off y'all's fans. We had to run to the bus while the students threw rocks at us.
Hey,
Hashtag got too close.
all I'm saying is, hey, if you remember, I remember too. Then I'm rolling with that.
Yeah,
but we
you
didn't
were-
lose. We didn't lose at Pearl like that.
No,
so
no. 96 is
no
way
Page.
after you, or
No.
way before you. So.
No.
Yeah, because I was 23 in 1996, and I'm older than you.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I
yeah,
was-
that
I
means
was
you would have
there.
been there. See,
Hey,
math.
see what's wrong with
Math.
you?
Math.
You just said it, but the hidden figures.
NASA would never hire me, man.
96, 97, 98. Then went to Oak Hill Academy, 99. Warriors. That's pretty good name.
Why'd you do that? Why'd you go to Oak Hill if you knew you were going to Tennessee?
Because I
Wanted to be in the equestrian
and it
club?
was yeah, most definitely first and foremost. And I would have never been able to be in the importance of being earnest.
That's right.
And I wouldn't have been able to be a goalie in soccer.
Wait. Oh yeah, that's right. I
was
forgot about
yeah,
that.
Don't.
You had the big hands too,
Yeah,
didn't
don't.
you? With
Yeah,
the
don't
gloves?
forget about that. And they had to force me to wear them. 'Cause I was like, dude, these gloves are stupid. And then I felt how hard that ball was when it kicked. And I was like, oh, I better put these gloves on. That ball kind of hard.
All right.
Yeah, so.
I get you.
Yeah.
Well, the Titans bring in former Memphis quarterback Brady White, undrafted free agent, more than 10,000 yards in the last 3 seasons, 90 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Look, man.
Gunslinger. Won't touch the field. Hopefully.
Can he win a job, though?
I mean,
look,
Logan has something to say, right?
No disrespect to Logan Woodside, but I'm ready to move on with my backup quarterback.
Yeah. But
if I'm the Titans.
I think so.
I mean, what's he going to do? I mean, if you have to ride with Logan Woodside for like 6 games, what's going to happen? Let me see the other guy.
Yeah, hold on.
Let me get this guy from Memphis who's thrown 8,000 passes in the last 3 years.
Yeah, and was known for putting up 42, 40 points. Like, they were putting up some points at Memphis during this time. So, all right, this guy is a gunslinger, and we want to be able to throw the ball, and you got to be able to hand it off and have a little athleticism, which he is a little mobile also. I would like to add that in there. He's not just a guy sitting in the pocket and launch it. He's
6'3", 210 pounds. Let's see what he's got.
Yeah, not small. Not small. We got to have something back there because, Lord forbid anything happened to Tannehill. Like when he did that little jump into the end zone to celebrate.
What was wrong with him?
Hey, man. Hey.
You're talking about the finger roll where he came down funny?
Yes, he jumped like Michael Jordan and almost came down like somebody else. It wasn't Jordan.
Olden Polynesian.
Hey, seriously.
Like AC Earl.
Yeah, seriously, dude. Like, don't do that. Stay planted on the ground.
Yeah, but then he admitted after the game that that probably wasn't a good idea. But then he still did it after that.
He did. I mean, live on the edge. I always push it to parlay anyway, but I'm just saying. It's a lot more invested in you, Mr. Tannehill.
Exactly. Him and Derrick Henry and AJ, they got to stay healthy, those 3 guys, because they're not going to be as good offensively this year in terms of points scored.
Right.
Unless there's a Julio Jones thing that's going to happen, which isn't going to happen. But I'm just saying. So they've got to be better defensively this year to counterbalance what's happened on offense and all the production that they've lost there.
So is it a flip this year? How much we were worried about?
Let's talk about it when we come back. 615-737-1045. You want in on this crazy show. There's a lot on the pallet, on the table, on whatever it is.
On the donkey.
On the stage. We'll be right back.
We have a face for radio. Just you wait and see. Live on Twitch right now. 1045 The Zone TV at 1045thezone.com.
Gupton, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle, whether you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, or Jeep. By the way, Steve said you did say 285. Or maybe you said I said 285. Either way, you can fit in a new ride. I once saw Bill Cartwright. He had the front seat. He didn't have a front seat. He sat in the back seat to drive the car. And that's the guy that didn't like Slay when he was coming out in the NBA. It's funny how circular all these things are. But even Bill Cartwright can fit in a vehicle at Gupton, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and so could you. If you need to take out the front seat because your legs are long and you're like 6'10", then so be it. They'll help you out there. Check out all the inventory online, GuptonMotors.com. Every bit of the dealership information is there as well. But I'll go ahead and tell you, 30 minutes from downtown Nashville, 24 west to exit 35, straight shot to Springfield, Tennessee, beautiful Springfield, Tennessee, where you can enjoy the best car buying experience you've ever had. That's right, I said it. I bought multiple vehicles from these guys. They're awesome people. Go experience that for yourself. Somebody mentioned that we didn't mention Antioch. That is a failure on our part there. Sorry about that. But GuptonMotors.com is the website. Go see my friends at Gupton. Gupton, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram.
Let someone else cook dinner tonight at Uncle Bud's. Come in and enjoy their all-you-can-eat catfish on Tuesday nights or Sundays, all-you-can-eat chicken. All meals come with their famous all-you-can-eat fixins. Don't wait to go out. Bring Uncle Bud's in with curbside pickup and delivery available every day starting at 11 a.m. Just go to UncleBuds.com, place your order, and get free delivery through June. Uncle Bud's has you covered, whether dining in the restaurant, curbside, or home delivery. Uncle Bud's, come see us.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. In my over 30 years as a financial planner, I've seen a lot of mistakes when it comes to planning for retirement. Many times people just put money in their target date funds at work, which is kind of a one-size-fits-all type of investing process, or they don't do anything or do too little because they don't know what to do. They might use Roth IRAs or Roth 401ks when pre-tax investments would be a better fit based on their tax circumstances, or vice versa. Sometimes people buy individual stocks thinking, well, I'm taking more risk, I should get more return. Well, why would a company want to pay you more money to use your money? And finally, and this is a big one, where people will work with somebody from a big investment firm, a bank, or a mutual fund company, not thinking about the fact that the advisor works for that company rather than representing them. Think about it this way. You might spend as much time in retirement as you did in work. It takes planning to be successful. To find out what makes us so different, go to our website at paulwinkler.com. You can set up a free 15-minute phone call or even a meeting right there, paulwinkler.com.
Being a mom is one of the toughest jobs around during a normal year. And this past year was anything but normal. So this Mother's Day, Genesis Diamonds invites you to join us in celebrating and appreciating the mothers in our lives. Stop in and let one of our trusted advisors help you find a special, meaningful gift. Layering necklaces, stackable rings, eternity bands, pearls, elegant diamond pendants, and of course, stunning diamond earrings. Great Mother's Day ideas for any budget. There's no doubt we love Mom, but sometimes a little extra appreciation goes a long way as a thank you for helping us through challenges, making more sacrifices, and always putting the family first. So whether it's her first Mother's Day or her 60th, Mom deserves a gift that's anything but ordinary. And at Genesis, that's our specialty. Timeless gifts of jewelry that she can enjoy and cherish for decades to come, and always be reminded of how special she is to the family, especially after a year like we've just had. Genesis Diamonds, Green Hills and Cool Springs.
Hi guys, it's Andrew. Are you struggling with ED? Well, I have great news. Hillside Medical Clinic uses the most advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels. We're finally treating the root cause problem of ED. No pills, no injections, and no surgery. Even Cambridge tested our technology and showed that it is highly effective. If you're struggling with ED and sick of the pills, call us right now for an unprecedented offer. We'll give you the initial medical assessment, exam, even the blood flow ultrasound, totally free. We'll also include a special gift proven to produce instant results in the bedroom. This is a $500 value, but it's totally free to those that call us in the next 2 minutes. Put a stop to your ED and get the intimacy back. Call Hillside Medical Clinic right now to qualify for this offer. 615-576-5000. That's 615-576-5000. Hillside Medical Clinic. 615-576-5000.
Twin Spire Sportsbook is live in Tennessee, and they're coming out of the starting gates with their best offer yet for new players. With 1 week of risk-free bets up to $1,000. Twin Spires is backed by the same team as the Kentucky Derby, bringing over 140 years of excitement and wagering experience. Just download the Twin Spires app using promo code FREE1000 to get started. Void where prohibited. For terms and conditions, visit twinspires.com. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Tennessee to bet. See full terms and conditions at twinspires.com. For help with a gambling problem, call or text the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789.
In trouble with the IRS? You need an experienced tax attorney fighting for you. You need Lance Drury. Schedule your free consultation today. Visit LanceDruryLaw.com. Lance, D-R-U-R-Y Law.com. Lance, D-R-U-R-Y Law.com. From the 104.5 The Zone Traffic Center.
Brought to you by Audible. Freshen up your playlist this spring with Audible Plus. Listen all you want to thousands of select Audible originals, audiobooks, podcasts, and more. Start a free 30-day Audible Plus trial when you sign up at audible.com. Looks like crews are still working on an earlier vehicle fire in Wilson County. The right shoulder's still blocked at I-40 eastbound right at the Davis and Wilson County line. And we still have an injury crash at Hart Lane at Ben Allen Road. Also, the right lane's blocked from a crash at I-40 eastbound after Hillsboro Pike, and another at I-40 westbound right after I-65. The left shoulder's blocked from an accident. I'm Joshua Clay with traffic on your home for Titans football. 104.5 The Zone.
Great job, 104.5 The Zone. Slay's putting a banana twin Little Debbie cake in the refrigerator. Somebody gave you some advice on that?
Somebody just said on Twitter, my guy, Darren Word. It's D Word on
Darren
Twitter.
Word.
Just told me put a banana twin in the fridge for a minute. 100 and the muscular emoji. So
all right.
I'm gonna try that out. Coming out of the break, I'll let you know if there's anything.
Producer Joe Hunk trying the banana.
What you think?
It was great. I'm now not regretting my selection on the poll question yesterday or the other day when that poll question went up. Now I want to put one in the refrigerator and try that too.
See?
Well, he's got more. Nobody else is eating them.
Hey, man. Hey. We're going to put you on Little Debbie. See, all right, people. Brent's going to go on Little Debbie timeout. If he throws slander at the Banana Twins one more time, we're going.
Hey, I gave you a devil cake today.
You sure didn't. And what did I do with it?
You ate it in one bite.
Like an M&M.
Mark on Twitter, 3HL, want to know the highest compliment possible? I'm a Memphis Tiger fan 100%, which leads to a severe dislike of the Orange team to the East. I have started following at RonSlade35 on Twitter. Great work on 3HL, dude.
My dude. I appreciate it. I know that takes a lot for a Memphis Tiger to give some love like that.
I'm waiting to see if this guy from Memphis beats out Logan Woodside.
Man, I think he is. I think he is.
Brady White.
Gunslinger.
The guy. 6'3", 210.
Gunslinger. Let it rip. What happens?
He threw 90 touchdown passes in the last 3 seasons at Memphis.
Yeah. That's letting it rip.
Mo Dirt on Twitter. Antioch Blue White. No, I did that wrong. Hashtag Bears. We forgot Antioch.
We did forget about Antioch. We forgot Glencliff Colts. McGavick Raiders.
I mean, if we're just going to roll through all of them.
Hillwood Hilltoppers. Now, that's what I wouldn't want to be.
Hilltopper?
Yeah, I'm cool on that one.
Like Charles Hathaway?
I would love to be in Charles Hathaway coming out of high school for sure. Yeah, that's a fact.
Was he number 50?
Yeah, he was. No, 55.
55. Double nickel?
Yep, double nickel.
Okay. All right. So Brady White. Coming up, we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers a little bit more. Apparently, and here's where we are with the Aaron Rodgers story.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's talking to everybody about Aaron Rodgers, so now all these people are saying stuff like Brett Favre saying, I don't think he's going to play in Green Bay anymore.
Right.
What does Brett Favre know?
Yeah, besides Wrangler and Copperfield.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers did to Brett Favre what Jordan Love's doing to Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly. So that brings me to
he was going to wait 2 years and then play.
How does Love feel?
Right.
That's the only person we haven't heard from.
You're not going to.
If
you're Jordan Love, you can't say a word to nobody.
Yeah. If let anything leak out from Jordan Love.
You know who really loves this story?
Oh.
Pun fully intended. Because of Jordan Love, not because of what I'm about to say, because that would not be good. Deshaun Watson. Nobody's talking about that story anymore.
Yes.
When's the last time we heard anything about that?
Had to been at least 3 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks was what I was going to say.
The moment that they all had to announce that all the people involved in the
we're going to have to release their names.
Had to release their names.
So all of a sudden, yep.
Joe's right.
Yep. So
once everybody's got to go public,
yeah, then we
it
got
all
to
goes away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh,
now we got to get handled in the court.
Nope, that's right.
Not a public opinion.
Well, now Aaron Rodgers apparently was telling free agents even last year that he wasn't long for Green Bay, and this year he was telling prospective free agents that he was not going to be back in Green Bay. So at that point, like, you're trying to undermine the organization.
Right.
You could have said nothing.
Yep. So let me ask you this, though. Does that mean – this goes back to my point I made yesterday. Last year was out of spite more so than anything.
Last year's performance was out of spite.
Yeah, because him winning the MVP.
It's funny because his numbers were trending down.
Right.
Until last year, and he blew up.
There's like, hold on. Let me remind y'all of something.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, wait a minute. Let me get some a minute.
Mm-hmm. And he won MVP. And got within one game of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and now he's standing on the edge of that crib whining like Blaine said, and nobody's giving him a bottle. So who has the bottle? That's the question.
They're trying to give him the bottle.
I know, but who has it?
Aaron, we love you. We want you. We know you're our crying baby, but you're our crying baby.
Even Matt LaFleur is coming out and saying something. Who he really didn't like.
How is this going to work itself out? What's going to happen? And whose side are you on?
That's the question. In a minute, we can't come back from this, though. In just a minute, there's going to be enough said where either side of this party can't come back.
He's already comparing him to Jerry Krause.
That's what I'm saying.
He's comparing the general manager to Jerry Krause in chat, in like group text.
And you're telling free agents.
With teammates.
Now it's coming out, you're telling free agents. You're sabotaging them getting anybody now.
He's not playing for Green Bay next year.
It's a wrap, huh?
So he's either retiring. If he retires, he owes them $30 million.
You can pay them in increments. Like Bobby Bonilla.
Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah, Bonilla. Yeah. Okay, I'll try to roll.
Oh, he's still getting paid.
Yeah, that's how Green Bay will be doing. They can make us a 30-year deal. Pay you back.
Or you can host Jeopardy one season basically for free.
There
you
go.
Just give that $30 million to
pay my buyout.
He's not going to want to pay them $30 million.
Nah.
I mean, Andrew Luck had the same thing, different circumstances, but he was going to owe the Colts a lot of money if he retired, and he retired, and they just washed it.
Odds on this. This is what we need Todd Fuhrman for. Tim Tebow to be a tight end in the NFL, or Aaron Rodgers to go back to Green Bay. Which one's more likely to happen?
That's a great question, and we'll ask Todd that. But I was thinking about that today. If you're Urban Meyer, you cannot go down the Tim Tebow path, right? Because of the distraction that would cause. In year one, with a rookie quarterback.
In the NFL.
Yeah. With a rookie quarterback who's going to be asked all the time about Tim Tebow. Now, the sports fan in me that loves the drama wants to see it happen.
Yeah.
And I want to see how that all works out. But like Blaine said 10 years ago, he should have been a tight end. And remember, people were telling him that.
Yes.
And he was like, no. And he went over to D1 here in Cool Springs and worked with Bruce Arians, if you'll remember, about fixing his throwing motion.
Yep.
But you can't do that.
He was dead set on.
You can't fix a throwing motion. You've been throwing that way since you were a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why everybody gets with kids on the proper dynamic and fundamentals and all of those things. Because as a kid, you can do it. You can move all around.
Jeff Wigfall said, "Stop hating on Hillwood High." My bad, Jeff.
We're not. The listeners are.
I just didn't like. Yeah, and I just didn't like. I don't like that. Listen, if you're gonna give me a list 1 through 4: Firebird, Burrow, Hilltopper, Spartan.
How about Fighting Irish from Father Ryan?
Yeah,
I mentioned that.
Man, Derek Winnington, first name to come to mind when I think about them. The Mondelli boys, the linebackers.
You could write a book on all the history of. The players that have come out of here.
First time getting snot bubbles. Mondelli, I was sent on a crackback.
Mondelli, yeah.
Oh, he caught me out his peripheral, out the right side, boy, and he let my ear pad popped out. My ear pad popped out, and I had snot bubbles.
He said, let me go get this big basketball player
he
trying to play football.
He ran right through me.
Because you said you didn't like playing basketball against football players that were trying to play basketball.
Yep, and I know that's what it was.
So same thing.
Well,
weren't there like a bunch of Mondelli guys that came through Father Ryan?
Yes.
Or was it just one?
No, it was two. It was two for sure. They played at the same time. Coach Fitzgerald, why'd you send me on the crackback to hit him? I did block him, but he ran through me. I guess that's a block. Cracked my little soul, man.
Hey, so Elijah Molden, who's going to be the nickel corner.
Right.
He should go ahead and mark that down.
Book it.
Sorry, Kevin Johnson. I know you came here as a free agent, but look out. Yeah. Elijah Molden's going to be that guy. A reporter this morning, I forget who it was, said he's a Jedi in the slot. So his coach, Jimmy Lake, was asked about that on ESPN. We'll play that soundbite for you when we come back. We'll take more of your phone calls. We're all over the board today. Aaron Rodgers, high school smack talk. I asked the question, does that end when you leave high school? And Slay, it looked like you were going to find a machete and just hit me over the head.
I was. I'm glad they don't have me.
What do you mean, does that go away?
Yeah, that's like, does that Coach Mack cutout go away? No, it'll be here.
JP on Twitter, Aaron Rodgers, I'll wager $30 million on the answer. What is retirement? We'll be right back on 104.5 The Zone.
Blaine and Mickey understand.
Yeah. We understand.
Blaine and Mickey, tomorrow afternoon, 1 to 3 on 104.5 The Zone.
This is Tiki Barber with a CBS Sports Minute sponsored by NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind financing program at netsuite.com/golf. The Phoenix Suns may be the best story in the NBA this season. They've gone from averaging 60 losses a year from 2015 to 2019 to a tie for the best record in the Western Conference in just 2 years. Credit head coach Monty Williams with creating the right culture, which we saw taking shape last year in the Orlando bubble when the Suns went 8-0. With the offseason addition of point point guard Chris Paul, the team took another leap towards relevancy. Paul's veteran professionalism has unlocked the efficiency for center DeAndre Ayton and wing Mikal Bridges. The Lakers and the Jazz and even the Clippers have been the favorites in the West all season long, but it's starting to become clear that the Suns are actually the conference's shining light. I'm Tiki Barber.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. When the prospect of divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Nashville area attorneys, a partner men can count on. Online at CordellCordell.com. 810 Crescent Center Drive, Suite 160, Franklin, Tennessee, 37067.
Only T-Mobile for Business uses unconventional thinking to help businesses realize new possibilities, like our WFX solutions, enabled by our nationwide 5G network that help teams stay connected and productive where work happens. We also provide an award-winning customer experience and first-class benefits with every plan. Get unmatched network support and value without any trade-offs at T-Mobile.com/unconventional. Capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com.
Are you in need of organization in your home? Maybe the clutter. You want it all to have its place. I needed that. I needed it in my garage, and I got it. Thanks to my friends at Artisan Custom Closets. Not only is my garage now functional, but it's beautiful. Everything has a place. All of my neighbors walk by and say, I need that. It took less than a day to install. They worked with me to make sure it was all in my budget, and they worked with me so that everything that I had in my garage that I needed to store had its perfect place. Now, maybe it's your closet that needs a little love, or it's your pantry or your mudroom, maybe your home office. You name it, Artisan Custom Closets can do it. Give them a call. 615-800-2199 is the number. You can visit them at artisancustomclosets.com. They'll give you a free in-home consultation. Danielle will come out, see what you need, what you want, what's important to you, and what's important to them is customer service. Their biggest, highest goal. They want you to feel comfortable. They want you to love what you purchase. And trust me, they do a great job at that. ArtisanCustomClosets.com. Give them a call at 615-800-2199.
For 50 years, Farm Bureau Health Plans has been closing the gaps in Medicare coverage. That kind of experience is huge, especially to my health coverage. I found a dental and vision plan to cover what Medicare doesn't. I turned to Farm Bureau Health Plans. With their dental vision plan, I have the best coverage around, covering everything from eyeglasses to dentures. Make your game plan with Dental Vision Silver from Farm Bureau Health Plans. Supreme coverage for less than $1.50 a day. To find out more or sign up, visit fbhp.com. Tell them Coach Max sent you.
Hey Nashville, Tim Pierson here, founder of Chattanooga Whiskey. Did you know Chattanooga Whiskey is the only Tennessee high malt? After years of developing hundreds of malt-forward bourbon recipes at our distillery in downtown Chattanooga, we established Chattanooga Whiskey 91, our own style of bourbon we call Tennessee High Malt. At 91 proof, this 4-grain, 3-malt, Solera barrel finished bourbon with tasting notes like sweet tea and honey toast is simply one of a kind. Drink Chattanooga Whiskey 91. Enjoy responsibly.
If you're thinking about buying or selling your home, now is the time. Hey, it's Mickey Ryan, and I'm here to tell you, you can get a strong cash offer and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Don't worry about the hassle of constant cleaning and home maintenance. Sell your home with Mark Spain today. Go to markspain.com, fill out a quick form, and receive an all-cash offer on your home today. There's no obligation. The guaranteed offer allows you to bypass the market and sell your home hassle-free. No showings, no open houses, no stress. Choose when you want to move and close with confidence. The Wall Street Journal named Mark Spain Real Estate the #1 real estate team in the U.S. for closed transactions. One of their clients, Tom, said, "We got a guaranteed offer with Mark Spain Real Estate in 24 hours and above market value. It was smooth, easy, and stress-free. I cannot recommend Mark Spain Real Estate enough. The Mark Spain Real Estate guaranteed offer keeps you in control. It's that simple. Again, no showings, no open houses, no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Or call 855-299-SOLD.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
No way, man. You're not getting by me. You sure about that? Nice basket. Man, I am slowing down as I get older, but you're unstoppable. What's your secret?
I gotta tell you, taking Nugenix Total T makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix, that's the testosterone booster you see on TV, right?
Yes, this is a legit product. The patented key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free testosterone and total testosterone levels and increase energy and lean muscle mass.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to
to try it for themselves? Yeah, and you should check it out. Nugenix Total T is a great way to increase lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy and endurance. And like the TV ad says, she'll like it too.
Yeah, I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
Just send them a text. Text GRIT to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of new Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help get you back into shape absolutely free. Text GRIT to 321-321. That's GRIT to 321-321.
It's crunchy!
Creamy!
Sweet.
Salty. Nature Valley sweet and salty peanut bars, bursting with crunchy peanuts, dipped in creamy nut butter coating. Delicious. Nature Valley.
Titus and Tate, a podcast from two obsessed basketball lovers.
He's seen it all. He can go into any living room in North Carolina, anywhere in the world, and say, I am the blueprint. I am what it looks like to be successful. And guess what? I'm the first black head coach at the University of North Carolina. And it's not about that. I've seen people say it's a woke hire or something like that. No, Hubert Davis earned this job.
More than just analysts and stats. Titus and Tate. Listen on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your shows.
From the 104.5 The Zone Traffic Center.
Brought to you by Taco Bell, the Chalupa Cravings Box is an abundant collection of Taco Bell favorites, like the Chalupa, a beefy 5-layer burrito, plus chips and nacho cheese sauce, and a medium drink. Watch your wildest cravings come true at participating U.S. locations for a limited time only. Drinks excludes freezes. It looks like we have a new accident in town at 28th Avenue north of Clifton Avenue, and we still have an entry wreck in Inglewood at Hart Lane at Ben Allen Road. Also, I-440 westbound after I-65, we still have a crash, as well as in Berry Hill at I-65 northbound right after 440. I'm Joshua Clay with traffic on your home for Titans football. 104.5 The Zone.
From the Mark Spain Real Estate Studio, WGFX Gallatin, Nashville, a Cumulus station. Our season never ends. Your home for Titans and Vols football. Trending now at 104.5 The Zone.
Good afternoon, I'm Will Bowling. The Nashville Predators in just 1 hour could clinch a playoff spot. Puck drops at 6 o'clock in Columbus for the 8th and final meeting this season between the Predators and the Blue Jackets. The Preds will clinch the 4th seed in the Central Division if they defeat Columbus for the 7th time this season, and the Tampa Bay Lightning defeat the Dallas Stars in regulation. And following today's morning skate, Preds head coach John Hines says Colton Sissons and Dante Fabro are both possibilities to play. Tonight in Major League Baseball, the Braves are looking to make it 2 in a row in the nation's capital, with Max Fried making his return from the injured list on the hill. Former Vandy pitcher Walker Buehler looks to end a rough couple of weeks for the Dodgers in Wrigley tonight, and AL Cy Young winner Shane Bieber matches up against Brady Singer and the Kansas City Royals. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
The 3HL with Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay. Don Davenport has the day off. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. It's been a little crazy around here.
It has been wild, to say the least. But it's been informative.
Why were you only a mascot for one day, for one game?
Because I found out that wasn't my gig. Like, I wanted to get out there and dance, have fun, and all that, but, like, I can't do that.
So you quit or you got quit?
Well, we had a mascot. Mr. Pender, I think, was being the mascot. I just joined them, so we had 2 Firebirds running around the field at the same time. So I just did it just to do it. They didn't need me anymore. So we took and we rented their costume.
Okay.
So I kind of got.
Oh, how bad does a rented costume smell?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't remember when I was young.
You didn't care?
Nah, I probably didn't.
No. All right. Just wanted to clean that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Talking a little high school football, Jeremy writes in, because I asked the question, does high school rivalry still go after you leave school?
Yes, you did ask that.
And Jeremy writes, I'm 46 years old, Father Ryan 23, NBA 18, 1993. It doesn't go away. Appreciate the Mondelli boys shout out. They were tough dudes.
Serious.
We were also working through Aaron Rodgers. Like, whose side are you on in this deal? Because now it's funny. Here's where we are with this story. Everybody's talking to everybody about it now.
Yeah, bring us up to speed.
Everybody's got things to say. So Brett Favre's like, I don't think he's ever playing for Green Bay again. Terry Bradshaw was like, he's got the worst footwork in the history of the league.
Terry.
Now you've got guys saying that Aaron Rodgers was telling free agents, I'm not going to be here.
Right.
So not only are you, like, you could keep it quiet and just not share that, and they could still sell the free agents and all those things, but now, like, you're intentionally undermining the organization.
Exactly.
When you do that. So he's scorned.
Yes, he is.
Aaron Rodgers.
And he's saying, by having this information come out, if I'm not going to be an advocate of free agents coming here, then I'm leaving. In other words, like, y'all don't need to come here. I'm gone. Yeah,
so
unless y'all gonna play with Jordan
yesterday,
Love.
we were talking about Schefter said Aaron Rodgers didn't want all this out.
Right.
And the Packers didn't want all this out, but it got out. So how did it get out? And you surmised that Aaron Rodgers is the guy that got it out.
Yep.
And I totally agree with you.
Yep. I think he's the guy.
He wanted to put pressure on them.
Yep.
He wanted to speed all this up. And I don't think he's going to play for Green Bay.
And guess what? I think he's been doing this year in and year out as far as being the guy not to say anything. We had Ramon on. Ramon called in yesterday.
Now that was Shaquille.
Shaquille Sunflower.
Sunflower,
yeah.
Shaquille Sunflower.
Yeah, so he called in and was telling us about Aaron Rodgers being the guy that always has something to say but never saying anything. This is that for him. How long has he been doing this? Now all of a sudden you're not protected by being the guy and playing for the Packers and getting the wins and having the people cheer for you. Now you're almost, in a sense, making yourself an outlier. So what do you have to hold on? So now the information is flowing and nobody, like when you say whose side are you on, I don't really believe it's a lot of people on Aaron Rodgers' side. I think more people are pulling away.
I agree with you.
And they're, like you said, they're ready to move on from this. In a sense, I think they're trying to save it because who trades or gets their MVP quarterback released or traded or whatever it may be, who does that? So in order to save face a little bit, they got to backpedal a little bit. But Aaron Rodgers, he's dug a hole. Yeah, he dug a hole.
I'm not for anybody. Sports is entertainment for me.
Right.
So, like, the drama of this situation is entertaining to me. So, like, I'm not on Aaron Rodgers' side or the Packers' side, but I'm on, the story side.
You know whose side I'm on?
Because it's interesting.
I'm on Jordan Love's side.
Jordan Love. And Jordan Love doesn't get talked about with regard to this because all these trade scenarios end up with quarterbacks going to Green Bay.
Starting quarterback.
Yeah, and Jordan Love's like, wait a minute. Y'all drafted me in the first round last year. I sat a year. And I watched this guy win the MVP. I'm ready.
Yeah, I know what to do.
Man, we'll talk more about it as we continue to roll through the show. Elijah Molden is a draft pick that I think a lot of people love on the Titans side of things because I think, judging from everybody we've talked to, this guy's going to come in at the very least compete for that nickel spot. And there was a reporter today that called him a Jedi in the slot. His coach, Jimmy Lake, was on ESPN today and was asked how to define that. He said this.
Well, I think what he was trying to say is he plays a different game above checkers, above chess. Jedi is somewhere like way up here. That's what I think he was trying to say. And you can see that the way he diagnoses plays, the way he covers, the way he blitzes, he plays zone. This guy can do it all. He was a leader for us. He made all of our checks. He's going to walk into the Tennessee Titans. He's going to learn that playbook inside and out. He was in my office yesterday. He's like, Coach, I'm already learning. I can't wait to show you what they're doing. And I'm going to get there, and I'm going to show them that I know every single defense inside and out. That's what type of work they're getting. That's what type of work he did when he arrived here. He already played in an NFL-style defense that we run here at Washington, and that's going to have a big-time carryover into a lot of his success he's going to have at the NFL level.
With all in. I'm all in with this guy, Ron Slay.
You know what, Brent? I'm listening to these guys, and I know we give Coach Vrabel and J-Rob and them a hard time because some of it is warranted. But
when we need to criticize, we'll criticize.
Exactly. But with them coming out and saying, we're looking for football guys, after hearing about the guys that they taken, being able to talk to their coaches, being able to talk to them. We have another Fitzpatrick on Friday.
Yeah, that's right. 4:00.
these are football guys. And when you say you're all in, that's how I'm walking away from all of these interviews or listening to these interviews or listening to people talk about them. These are football guys. So, hey, you all in? I'm all in, too. I like where we are.
I love it. 615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. We'll see if they can play. But this guy in particular, I'm excited about, Elijah Molden. Let's go to Tommy in Nashville next up on 3HL. Hey, Tommy, what's up, man?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Hey, y'all bring up an interesting question about Aaron Rodgers might not be in Green Bay. But if you were the general manager of another NFL team, are you going to take the chance on taking him? He's an unbelievable talent, but if you take him, you're not going to be the general manager anymore because he wants to make all the draft picks. So you're not going to have a job. And then he wants to – you can tell, I'm a former quarterback, he gets upset sometimes with the play calling. So you're not going to need an offensive coordinator because he wants to call the plays. And you better win a Super Bowl because if you're not, he's not going to talk to you because he hadn't talked to his family in years. And so he's got – I don't know whose fault it is, but he's hard to get along with. And so are you going to be willing to take him knowing that there's a lot of baggage coming with him? I'll hang up and listen.
Hey, thank you, Tommy. Appreciate it. Hey, some will be turned off by that, but you know what he said there? He's one of the best of all time.
And that's what they'll be looking at.
That's what they'll
if
be
it's
looking
something to get you over the hump, they'll pay them dividends on the back end.
I really could see J-Mart's scenario playing out. I could see him in Denver.
And that's what it is. It's scenarios. Each scenario is different. This one here in the Titans is totally different, especially when it's keyed around a guy like Derrick.
You can take him to. You could put him in Denver, and then you bring Drew Lock in and let Drew Lock and Jordan Love battle it out.
Yep. And like you said, Denver has plenty of weapons. Shoot, they took the number one wide receiver last year.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Receivers, running back, they got
plenty of them.
Plenty. All right, Todd Fuhrman coming up next. We'll talk about NFL futures. Who had the most movement positively after the draft in terms of odds to win the Super Bowl next year? Also, we'll get Ron Slay's Preds pick for tonight.
Yep.
We'll see.
Please.
We'll see. He may not go with a pick, but he might. Todd Fuhrman next at Todd Fuhrman on Twitter. We'll be right back.
It's not whether you win or lose. It's how you play the game. But we're also preparing for a lot of winning. Yes! Getting you ready for another Titan season. Everywhere you go.
Get you some!
Download the 104.5 The Zone app.
My friends at Smoky Mountain Tops can help you transform that kitchen, bathroom. It's going to change your whole house, basically. We've done several projects with these guys. They do awesome work. Beautiful countertops in a timely manner, I might add, and everything about the process is phenomenal. A new countertop, that's the centerpiece of any kitchen or bath, whether you're remodeling or doing new construction. That countertop selection is going to go a long way in determining the overall look of your dream kitchen or bath. With all the different options that are out there, let the experts at Smoky Mountain Tops help you choose the right countertop surface for that dream space. Mike McGrady and the guys at Smoky Mountain Tops, they are one of the few who are fully accredited with the Marble Institute of America. They offer the widest range of quartz, granite, and marble available. Voted Best of House Award for design and service. Smoky Mountain Tops will assist you every step of the way in making that countertop selection. Smoky Mountain Tops, creating beautiful custom countertops for all levels of construction. From fabrication to installation, they offer the widest range of quartz, granite, and marble. Exclusive partner of the Nashville Predators. Family owned and operated for more than 20 years. Give my guy, Mike McGrady, and his guys a call. Smoky Mountain Tops, 615-331-8786. Check them out online, smtops.com. Smoky Mountain Tops, quality, service, and dedication.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. Mortgage interest rates have started to rise. The good news is, at the Home Loan Expert office, we are still locking loans in the twos. Have you thought about a refinance? Dropping your mortgage rate, saving a couple $100 a month, or pulling out the cash to pay off the credit cards or make those big home improvement projects a reality? How much can you save? Let's find out now. TheHomeLoanExpert.com.
The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
At a time when it seems everything is on back order, you should know Buy Floors Direct has massive quantities of every type of flooring in stock and ready to go today. Unlike retail stores, you buy direct from our warehouse. No middleman and no retail expenses. so you pay less. No need to order, no waiting, and the selection is incredible. In fact, we have more flooring in stock than anyone in Middle Tennessee. At Buy Floors Direct, you get what you want, when you want it, all at a wholesale price. And at a time when customer service seems to be in short supply, Buy Floors Direct has a friendly, knowledgeable staff that have the answers to questions you may have. Go to buyfloorsdirect.com, choose what you want, and pick it up today. Or come on in to touch and feel it. You'll see why Nashville's top contractors buy their flooring at a Buy Floors Direct warehouse. And you can too.
Find out what a guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's never been a better time to sell. The real estate market is on fire. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and I'm here to tell you, you can get a strong cash offer and sell your home fast with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Don't worry about the hassle of constant cleaning and home maintenance. Now is the time to sell your home, and we can help you get a quick sell and maximum profit. Go to markspain.com, fill out a quick form, and receive an all-cash offer on your home today. There's no obligation. Our guaranteed offer allows you to bypass the market and sell your home hassle-free. There's no showings, no open houses, no stress. Choose when you want to move and close with confidence. One of our clients, Rachel, said, "We received an all-cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate in 24 hours that was above market value. It was smooth, easy, and stress-free. I can't recommend Mark Spain Real Estate enough. There's no showings, no open houses, no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing."
855-299 sold.
Certain restrictions apply.
Being a mom is one of the toughest jobs around during a normal year. And this past year was anything but normal. So this Mother's Day, Genesis Diamonds invites you to join us in celebrating and appreciating the mothers in our lives. Stop in and let one of our trusted advisors help you find a special, meaningful gift. Layering necklaces, stackable rings, eternity bands, pearls, elegant diamond pendants, and of course, stunning diamond earrings. Great Mother's Day ideas for any budget. There's no doubt we love Mom, but sometimes a little extra appreciation goes a long way as a thank you for helping us through challenges, making more sacrifices, and always putting the family first. So whether it's her first Mother's Day or her 60th, Mom deserves a gift that's anything but ordinary. And at Genesis, that's our specialty. Timeless gifts of jewelry that she can enjoy and cherish for decades to come, and always be reminded of how special she is to the family, especially after a year like we've just had. Genesis Diamonds, Green Hills and Cool Springs.
I knew something was wrong. It happened gradually. But I got to the point I was consistently going to bed after my wife was asleep, so I didn't have to be embarrassed. My wife could tell something was up. She started to worry it was her. I decided enough was enough. I called Edge Peptide Therapy and asked about their sexual health treatments. I saw immediate results. I feel like I'm 20 again. The spark and physical connection is still there, and we've never been better. You can find out more by going to edgepeptide.com. That's edgepeptide.com.
Up at 2 a.m.? Again? Tonight, try Pure Z's All Night. Unlike other sleep aids, our extended-release melatonin helps you sleep longer and longer. ZzzQuil Pure Z's All Night. Fall asleep, stay asleep.
Everyone knows that the real estate market is bananas. At the Home Loan Expert Office, we have a 21-day closing guarantee, and for first-time home buyers, when you close, you'll receive a $500 Home Depot gift card. TheHomeLoanExpert.com.
NMLS number 1326241.
From the 104.5 The Zone Traffic Center.
Brought to you by ZzzQuil Pure Z's All Night. Up at 2 a.m. again? Tonight, try Pure Z's All Night. Unlike other sleep aids, their extended release melatonin helps you fall asleep longer and longer. ZzzQuil Pure Z's All Night. Fall asleep, stay asleep. 28th Avenue north of Clifton Avenue, working on a wreck through there. And we still have an injury crash in Inglewood at Hart Lane at Ben Allen Road. Also, I-440 westbound right after I-65, the left shoulder's blocked from a crash. And also east of town at Murfreesboro Pike west of Thompson Lane, working on a wreck through there. I'm Joshua Clay with traffic on your home for Titans football. 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Dawn has a day off. Check her out on Twitter at Don Davenport TN.
Can't wait to get you back, Babs.
At Brent Doherty, at Ron Slay 35, at Joe Hunk, new 3HL producer. Glad to have him in the mix. Here's the tweet that's going out. Todd Fuhrman joins us now to talk about sports gambling. Which NFL teams improved their Super Bowl odds through the draft? Will Todd have a Preds pick for at Ron Slay 35? Listen
I
here.
sure hope so.
Todd Fuhrman joins us live from Las Vegas. Let's just start there. Do you have a Preds pick tonight against Columbus, Todd Fuhrman?
I do not. A little bit price prohibitive when you look at the Preds. They're right in that $1.75, $1.80 range. I can tell you that we've seen some over money come in on the total. Open 5, now out to 5.5. You have to lay a price under. More importantly, you guys, by virtue of the big win on Saturday, the magic number's down to 4. They get 4 points the next 3 games. The impossible becomes possible, and you guys are headed for the postseason.
Yeah, that's why I was convinced you were going to say Preds are going to come out on fire trying to get that playoff thing wrapped up tonight, and they're going to win.
Well,
here's where Ron went, Todd.
They can't wrap up the playoffs tonight. They need 4 points, and you can only pick up 2. I know I have to work on your math a little bit as we go.
Well, the
but
Stars
I figured
play
you'd
too,
be able
though,
to understand that much as part of this.
Well, the Stars play too, Todd.
That's a good point. The Stars do play as well, so maybe they'll get everything to fall the right way for them.
Todd, the energy that you just came on with is kind of depressing to me. Because I
Ron, you're
expected so
just
much
angry
more.
because I didn't endorse the Preds laying 2.5 goals.
Exactly,
All right,
exactly,
don't take Brent's side in this whole equation.
So
you're spot on.
So Slay already went Preds to win and under 5.5 goals.
Yep.
Well, I kind of agree with him on the under. I think you're going to see Nashville committed a little bit more defensively than what we saw in the near collapse against Columbus earlier this week. When you look at this Blue Jackets team, clearly just playing out the stretch, 1 win in I think the last 15 games came at the hands of the Red Wings, a 1-0 game that they had to win in a shootout. So it wouldn't shock me at all if we were talking about a Preds 3-1, 4-1 type win tonight.
That's why you're my guy, Todd. Anything you need endorsed, you holler at me, man. That's why you my guy. Now let's carry on.
I appreciate that, Ron. I could always use a spokesperson, a hype man, a variety of other roles as Fuhrman Enterprises continues to grow and expand.
Listen, I think Ron Slay may come through Vegas from time to time, so maybe you guys can meet up. I don't know.
We'll be able to show him the ropes when he makes the pilgrimage out here to the desert, that's for sure.
Is Britney Spears still performing?
You know what? She had a residency contract, obviously, before with Planet Hollywood. That one kind of came to an end, and she had signed one with MGM, but I think that contract ended up getting torn up. So I do not believe she is currently under contract with anybody out here.
Man, that's a sad situation. Todd met her backstage one night.
Really?
Yeah. It was.
That I did as part of a meet and greet. Unfortunately, Brittany wasn't a whole lot responsive towards a lot of the fans that came through. Do know her brother pretty well, and he's been known to throw down an adult beverage or two in the wee hours of the morning at a nightclub.
That's awesome. All right, so who improved their stakes the best coming out of the draft in terms of?
I mean, when you look at it, the only teams that are going to see futures odds move were going to be teams with higher profile quarterbacks, and we were all working under the assumption that the top 3 teams in the draft were going to select quarterbacks. Of course, Trey Lance will be the guy in waiting behind Jimmy Garoppolo. The Bears, who were 60-1 to win the Super Bowl after they signed Andy Dalton, you saw their numbers come down a touch at FanDuel to 48-1, 50-1, and that's more just odds makers being proactive, knowing that Bears fans are such a loyal group that they were going to bet this team blindly, thinking that they have the next heir apparent to a franchise quarterback that they maybe haven't had since Jim McMahon. But let's not kid ourselves. If the Bears finish above 500, that'd be a win. I don't think they're playing for a Super Bowl anytime soon.
So what about these quarterback battles? Have we started to see numbers on who's going to win these? Like you mentioned the Bears, Justin Fields and Andy Dalton. It's funny, too, because Andy Dalton signs with the Bears, and then they tweet out quarterback 1 with his picture, which is hilarious to me. But how does that thing play itself out, do you think?
Andy Dalton is a short favorite to be the Bears starting quarterback for week 1, right around $1.40, $1.50, depending on where you shop. I think that number will come down a bit. But if the Bears brass is smart and Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace want to keep their jobs for another year, they hide behind that, well, we don't want a rookie quarterback to be out there too early before he's ready. So let him sit for at least 7-8 games and then toss Justin Fields' feet to the fire. When you look at the other quarterback battles, Jimmy Garoppolo, a heavy favorite to be the starting quarterback in San Francisco. I would be stunned if a team that actually had their eyes set on winning the division and probably more went with a quarterback that has the fewest pass attempts of any quarterback drafted in the top 3 that we've ever seen in the modern era. And when you look at New England, that's another interesting battle. Cam Newton, about a $2 favorite. Quite frankly, I think that should be closer to $2,000 than what's being priced. There's no way, in my opinion, that Bill Belichick decides he's going to go with Mac Jones week 1 right out of the gates.
Todd Fuhrman, our guy in Vegas, at Todd Fuhrman on Twitter, talking about the AFC South. Colts still the favorite coming out of the draft to win the division?
When you look at the division outright, they are slight favorites at right around plus a nickel. The Tennessee Titans behind them at plus $1.20, and that's where things get interesting. You have seen the Jaguars number get shortened a bit 11.5 or 12 to 1 was widely available this offseason. That's down to 7. And if you really believe in Cinderella stories, the Houston Texans 27 to 1 to win the AFC South. But I'm not quite sure how that'll happen, especially if they don't have Deshaun Watson under center.
Especially if they don't have anybody under center.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, Ron, they may be the team closest in the NFL right now to trying to run the Wildcat, given their uncertainty at quarterback. That's for sure.
That's the guy that loves the Aaron Rodgers story more than anybody. We hadn't heard anything about Deshaun Watson lately.
Yeah, I'm curious. I think everyone is kind of waiting for this story to unfold. The fact that the Houston Texans went out there and drafted a quarterback tells you that they may not be that optimistic about Watson returning this season and maybe even for the future, because when you look at the skill sets of Davis Mills, clearly they're not quite the same as what Deshaun Watson brings to the table when it comes to scrambling, extending plays, and using his legs as a viable weapon. So Houston, very much a franchise in flux. And you'd hope you get some sort of resolution as we inch ever so close to early August and preseason games.
Odds on the Carolina Panthers winning that division. I'm interested in it with McCaffrey coming back healthy.
It's a team that I think there are a lot of questions about, and odds makers have the same. They're priced at 12 to 1, which makes them the long shot there. Tampa, the odds-on favorite at minus $1.75. You're looking at the Saints and Falcons right in the middle. Saints a shade less than 3 to 1. The Falcons a shade more than 6. I think Carolina, when you bring in a coach like Matt Rule, who we've seen as an excellent program builder, whether it was at Temple or Baylor, you have to be patient. And I'm not quite sure this group will realize its full potential this season, but it would be a stock that I might want to get on now if you believe in Sam Darnold, who, of course, they picked up that fifth-year option, and you'd have to think Carolina could start hitting its stride in 2022.
Let's just speak hypothetically, because that's what I like to do sometime, Todd. Let's say Green Bay is an arresting stop for Aaron Rodgers, and he gets out of there, and he goes to New Orleans. Where would that throw New Orleans automatically in that division?
You're moving New Orleans right into co-favorite territory alongside the Tampa Bay Bucks, because this is a Saints roster clearly built to win now. They leaned a little bit more heavily on the defense a season ago, given Drew Brees' shortcomings, and when you talk about Taysom Hill, and knowing that they were committed to running the football first and foremost. So Aaron Rodgers would immediately bump the New Orleans Saints from plus 290 to win the division into probably being a touch behind Tampa. I shouldn't say co-favorites because the defending Super Bowl champ always carries a little bit of cachet with that. Yep. And as far as the Super Bowl was concerned, you'd be talking about a New Orleans team right now in that 27 to 1 range, probably going off in that 13 or 14 to 1 price territory.
Beautiful. I jumped out there on the ledge and I said, you know what? I think Derrick Henry can win the MVP. He would have to probably do something phenomenal. The Titans have to have a better record than 11-5.
Another back-to-back 2000?
Yeah, back-to-back 2000s. Can he go get the playoff? Can he go get the regular season MVP and the Titans go into the playoffs, because I would win big on that? Tell me
unfortunately, I think in this day and age, it's going to be so tough for a running back to win that award. And what's pretty wild about it, to put it in perspective, when you look at the top 12 players to win MVP right now at FanDuel, all of those guys are quarterbacks. Derrick Henry checks in at 40 to 1, and the quarterbacks that he's listed with alongside him at 40 to 1, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, and Ryan Tannehill. So we're not talking about Derrick Henry with Dak Prescott and Matthew Stafford. So I think you guys are right. Henry would have to put together another 2,000-yard campaign, maybe 20 touchdowns, and even further improve on those receiving skills. I just think it's so difficult in the NFL right now for a running back to steal that hardware away from a franchise quarterback.
Todd Fuhrman, our guy in Vegas, had Todd Fuhrman with us on 3HL. Todd, so what ultimately do you think happens with Aaron Rodgers? Is he back in Green Bay? Does he retire? Is he somewhere else?
I think he's somewhere else. I think that you're going to get the Denver Broncos to put together a compelling package. And rather than having a disgruntled quarterback, if you believe Jordan Love is your guy for the future, I know it stinks because Green Bay, has to believe that they were so close to getting to the Super Bowl and having a chance to win one. But maybe you cut ties, because every day that goes by with Aaron Rodgers there and the league understands he doesn't want to be a member of the Packers, you begin to lose leverage. So if you get 3 number 1 picks and Drew Lock to kind of hold things down, or Teddy Bridgewater, Green Bay has to seriously consider it because I get the feeling that Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career is headstrong enough that he'd rather sit out rather than go play in a situation that didn't make him all that happy.
Yeah, Denver makes the most sense. Barnwell put out 7 teams yesterday. The Titans were one of them, which doesn't make sense from his perspective or theirs, if you ask me. But you mentioned Denver. Who else is in line to maybe land him?
I mean, he said that there and the Las Vegas Raiders would be 2 destinations that he'd feel more comfortable playing in. Green Bay, there's no way, in my opinion, they trade him anywhere in the NFC. Unless you're getting a franchise quarterback in return and something ridiculous, this is the kind of thing where you trade him to the AFC and you hope you're lucky enough to play Aaron Rodgers in the biggest game of the entire season in the Super Bowl. That way you don't have to worry about him at all during the regular season. And should you happen to meet him during the regular season, so be it. But I think it's an AFC destination, and I think AFC West, given what Aaron has said, probably makes the most sense.
Whole squad coming back, Tampa Bay. Odds to win it. I need to load up on that, huh, Todd?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about betting a team to repeat as Super Bowl champs, especially one with an aging quarterback, even one that played as well down the stretch as Tom Brady did. Plus 650, though, Ron, makes them second favorites behind only the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, it looks great on paper that you bring back all 22 starters, but this was a team that didn't dominate throughout the course of last season. They got relatively fortunate in the playoffs, and maybe having a full offseason, everybody buys in. You get some key contributors on the young defense to look that much better, whether it's Jamal Dean, Carlton Davis, Antoine Winfield as members of the secondary that was their weakest link, but you're not going to see me tying up my money for 200-plus days at plus 650.
You know what I feel? I feel, and I believe me, I've been wrong a lot, especially when it comes to hockey. But outside of that, in the NFL, I feel like the Rams are about to make a run. What's the odds on the Rams making some moves?
13-1 with the Rams. You saw their number come down from that 20-1 range with their acquisition of Matthew Stafford. Clearly, he's going to give this offense a different look with a much more dynamic ability in the pocket than what we saw from Jared Goff. That Rams window's closing, though, so you wonder about the Rams, and they're going to have to win over the next couple of years. They've traded away a lot of draft capital and first-round picks to go after the likes of Matthew Stafford, Jalen Ramsey, and Aaron Donald. So if they can keep their backfield healthy, there's no doubt that the Rams will be right there in the thick of things, and they're going to be battle-tested in arguably what's the best division in football from top to bottom in the NFC West.
Nice. So take me out on this right here, Todd. The Lakers. LeBron is fighting, saying he's not going to come back healthy. The AD looked like he caught his groove back when they played Utah against the Joker and those guys. Dennis Schroeder should be back. Odds on the Lakers putting it together and getting healthy and winning the championship.
Yeah, 4.5 to 1, but again, not a price that I'm running to try and invest in with a Lakers team that I want to see a little bit more. I want to make sure that their key contributors are healthy. I want to make sure that there's no chemistry issues. And you almost get the feeling with LeBron, not quite that he's building in an excuse, but he's not as confident in his ability to go 100 miles an hour. And who can fault him? It was only 8 months ago that they were playing, games in the bubble, and everyone that wrote him off for being too old brings the championship home. But, eventually we all get to a point in our lives, as you guys know as well as I do, that the wear and tear starts to add up. And all these minor injuries take a little bit longer to recover. So let's see how LeBron is able to handle things when the pressure, intensity, and everything else will really put that right ankle to the test.
It's funny, when I fail to ask you about NASCAR, I always get a message, hey, why didn't y'all ask Todd about NASCAR? So here we go. Darlington, what happens on Sunday?
One of the better racetracks from a watchability standpoint. We know it's a high-wear surface. So when you look at guys that make logical contenders, Kyle Larson is the favorite, and he deserves to be. 2018, when he raced here with the same aerodynamic package we're going to see on Sunday, Larson had the best car by a mile. He was outstanding last Sunday, came up short, much to my chagrin, unfortunately. But his price doesn't warrant a bet right now for me. So, yes, I think he's got a great chance to win it, but I'm not going to back him there. I'd be looking at two guys. Denny Hamlin right now at 5.5 to 1. The 11 still a little bit snake bit, hasn't been able to grab a checkered flag despite leading the most laps in the Cup Series so far this season. And if you go further down the board, I would take a shot with Joey Logano. Both him and Hamlin have been outstanding when you're talking about 750 horsepower. And while NASCAR unveiled their next-gen car for 2022 earlier today, we, of course, won't see that on the track. So I think Hamlin and Logano would be two guys that I would have my eyes set on this weekend.
Love it, Todd. Hey, thanks, man. Always enjoy it.
Appreciate it, brother.
Always a pleasure, gents. Have a great week.
All right, appreciate it. At Todd Fuhrman on Twitter. If we missed something, you got a specific question about, hit him up on Twitter at Todd Fuhrman.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool, though.
He didn't go all in with wanting to give you Preds info.
No, he didn't.
I wish people that were not watching the TV could have seen his reaction the moment he said, I wouldn't bet anything on the Preds tonight.
They killed me. But at the end of it, he did say I would side with him on that going 5.5 under. So
I know, but
I was going to look at you when he said that.
I know.
I was worried about you, though. He said a lot of sharp money on the over.
And I was leaning over like, you see me? Yeah. You see me over here?
Hey, a lot of stuff happening out of spite, man. Aaron Rodgers winning MVPs out of spite. Does he go back to Green Bay? Nope.
We had a pitcher.
Where would he go? Like you said, Denver.
Denver makes sense.
What about New Orleans, though? You clear up some things.
Oh, my gosh. How many yards would he throw for in that dome?
Oh, my goodness.
Outside of the weather and all that stuff he has to deal with.
And on the move.
Who has a better wide receiver situation, New Orleans or Denver?
Right. I mean,
because that's what he's all about.
Well,
vet-wise, I
Denver
would
is
say
younger. But
I would say New Orleans, but younger with Denver. What about Washington football? Snyder will throw some money at him.
Yeah.
Just saying.
He will. We've got a Major League Baseball pitcher flirting with a no-hitter. Tell you about that next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
When Buck Rising defends John Robinson, he dishes the facts.
It's not that I'm here to blindly defend John Robinson. I'm here to defend John Robinson because John Robinson's track record demands that I defend John Robinson. These are just the facts.
Buck Rising, tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 1045 The Zone.
Fast Wi-Fi. You use it to connect to just about everything, which means having fast Wi-Fi matters a lot. That's why Xfinity offers gig speed Wi-Fi, the fastest Wi-Fi you can get. That's a big deal. It's a big deal for streaming big games, having big meetings, and making big plans. It's a big deal for families with 1 kid or 2 kids or 3 kids, especially if there's 1 kid who has enough devices for 10 kids. You know what I'm talking about there. It's a big deal for gamers who are streaming while someone else is posting about their virtual spin class. And yet it's also a big deal for a quiet Friday night in because fast Wi-Fi makes everything better. Check out the new gig speed Wi-Fi or any other speed options. Get started with Xfinity Internet with up to 25 megabits per second download speed for $25 a month for 12 months. Click, call, or visit a store today. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and compatible gateway. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Advertised offer requires paperless billing and auto pay. Ends May 20th, 2021. New performance starter internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees are extra and subject to change. After the term, regular rates apply.
What's holding you back from solving your tax problems? If it's cost, know that the longer you wait, the more expensive it'll be. Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm in Nashville. Tax resolution doesn't have to be expensive, and waiting year after year to resolve your tax problems can be extremely costly. Interest and penalties on your tax bill won't stop until you take control. So take the first step now and hire a tax resolution attorney to help you. Call me, Lance Drury. I'll tell you in advance an affordable fee which includes costs and expenses that works for your business and family. Your first visit to the Lance Drury Law Firm is free and confidential, so you have nothing to lose. But the longer you wait, the more interest and penalties you'll pay. Call me today. Remember, if you have IRS issues, you have legal issues. You need an attorney. You need us, the Lance Drury Law Firm. Call me, Lance Drury, at 615-733-8168 or go to LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Do you suffer from peripheral neuropathy in your hands and feet? Taking one drug after another, continual numbness and tinging, burning nerve pain, loss of balance and sensation? Are you trying dangerous drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, Neurontin, or Cymbalta with limited success? Have you been told you just have to live with it?
Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Foley, chiropractic physician and advanced clinical nutritionist. I want to let you know there is a non-invasive, natural solution to reduce and eliminate symptoms of neuropathy. This solution addresses the underlying cause of your condition without taking endless drugs with dangerous side effects. This approach has helped many neuropathy sufferers get their life back. I'd like to invite you to a very important webinar where we will teach you how to reverse the deadly condition by healing the nerves, increasing blood flow, and repairing the bad cells. To reserve your seat, call now 615-333-0056. This is a free seminar. Spots are limited. They will fill up fast, so call 615-333-0056.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash out refi program and pay off high rate credit cards, car loans, or other high interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right, whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
Root Insurance is all about you and how you drive, which puts you in control. In fact, your driving is the #1 factor we use to give you a better price. Root is different from traditional insurers. By using the sensors in your smartphone, we can understand important details about how you actually drive. Just download the Root app, get on the road, and we'll take care of the rest. The app measures your driving behavior, like turning and braking, and gives you a custom rate based on driving, not your job or education like other insurers. In short, you have the power to control your own rates. And the better you drive, the better your rate. Plus, it's fast and easy. The app walks you through each step so you understand what you're getting and get what's right for you. It's car insurance made for you, in your control. Download the Root app today and see how easy car insurance can be. Disclaimers may apply. See joinroot.com for details.
Arbor Art Tree Care can keep the bugs from eating your trees and shrubs, and they can also protect you from mosquitoes. With their customized mosquito and plant health care treatments, they can protect all things from bugs this spring. Call an insured certified arborist today at Arbor Art, 299-9999. If you're suffering with back pain, the Disc Center of Franklin is there to give you the relief you need. Hey, it's Mickey Ryan. The next 25 callers get an exam, x-rays, a complete review of findings, and first treatment for just $35. Call the Disc Center of Franklin now, 615-551-9224.
From the 104.5 The Zone Traffic Center.
Just dealing with a few wrecks as of right now. One in town at 28th Avenue north of Clifton Avenue, and another blocking the left shoulder at I-440 westbound right after I-65. In East Nashville, there's a new crash at Dickerson Pike at Douglas Avenue, as well as east of town at Murfreesboro Pike west of Thompson Lane. Also north of town, be on the lookout for a crash at 26th Avenue at Clarksville Pike, and another at Nowensville Pike south of Haywood Lane. Be on the lookout for that. I'm Joshua Clay with traffic on your home for Titans football. 104.5 The Zone.
You're going to figure out a way to lose all those bets. We're just sitting here during the break. Ron Slade just betting.
How can you be happy after?
But though, Hunk, this is the most fun time for me right here. This moment right here. These 3 hours.
So it's more about the 3 hours instead of the winning and losing.
Yep. But when I win, as Brent, you'll see in that text chain, I'm hyped when I win until I found out I misread it.
And I think it's important to point out that you're not throwing down like $500 on this.
Oh,
no.
It's
like little bills.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask because I'll throw down $5.
Now, that's why I bet the big odds. That's why I need the big odds. So I need.
That's the best thing about moving to Nashville, man. I'm so pumped that I can now bet. I love this.
Legally.
Yeah, $10 at plus 600.
Joe just came from Huntsville with our guy Tom Abraham, who's been in Nashville a long time.
That's right. In Alabama, you bet the devil is going to get you.
Tom's hilarious because he's an Alabama fan and New York Yankees fan.
That's wild.
We go way back.
And he's a Cleveland Browns fan.
Yeah, awesome dude. Joe Hunk, our new producer on Twitter, you can follow him there. Glad to have you, brother. Doing a great job. He was supposed to be training all week. Lucas Panzica was training him. And on Monday, he started running our show like toward the end of it. Yesterday, he did the whole thing. Today, there's no one in the studio with him.
I'm supposed to have some people back here for the next 2 or 3 days. I highly doubt that's going to happen.
I do too.
Now,
once they throw you in the pool, you're already in the pool.
Yeah,
you got to get out. You got to figure out how to get it done.
I thought I was going to get to see Schaefer because he's him and J Mart are the only two I've yet to meet in person.
Really?
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to meet him tomorrow.
And what's funny about that is, and how circular this business is, because it's like, y'all always make fun of me for knowing everybody at every radio station in Nashville. And it's because if you do it long enough, everybody goes to every radio station in Nashville.
Yeah.
So Schaefer used to produce Tom Abraham's show.
Yep.
Back in the day, which you did too. So it's funny to me that you haven't met each other, but there you go.
No, Schaefer was the first one I talked to whenever this potentially became a thing for me to come up to Nashville. He's the first one I talked to.
Good guy to talk to.
Was that you reaching out to him, or was he like, "Hey, I got to measure this guy up, see what's up"?
You know what? It was kind of like whenever a player's trying to transfer, we used a middleman which has already been talked about during this segment. And he reached out to him, and then that's how it all started. Yeah.
How long have you had this mohawk? I haven't even asked you that off air.
Okay, so this is I've had it for a full year.
Superb, by the way.
Yes, it is.
It looks like there's a lot of work that goes into that thing.
I was going to
There
ask
is.
that.
Trust me, if anybody ever wants to sponsor the Mohawk, I am all for hair products, man. I am all for it. That's the first thing I said when I moved here is I got to find me somewhere that can keep the Mohawk up.
I love it.
So yeah, there's work. I've had it for over a year. Last fall, I kind of went away from it, and then I brought it back.
Okay.
Do you let it get high?
No, because I have wavy hair, so when it gets a certain height, it starts to it looks like a wave.
A Gumby.
Yeah.
Joe Buck got a Gumby. I used to have a Gumby.
Yeah, you can tell when it's about to be time for me to cut my hair because that's when I start rocking hats.
Yeah.
Because the mohawk turns into like a little wave.
I got you. All right. So what is this guy's name? Baltimore Orioles pitcher
John
Means. He did throw a no-hitter today. Congratulations to him. 6-0, 10th in Orioles history. He would have had a perfect game had he not thrown a wild pitch on a strike 3 in the 3rd inning, like we see in like 10U baseball all the time.
Wow. So that messed his whole perfect game up?
Yeah, he would have had a perfect game had the catcher caught the ball.
How you spell his last name?
Or blocked it.
Means.
Oh, okay. I thought
Means business.
I thought it was meme. I was going to say he's about to become a meme. But it's meme.
He's actually pitching pretty good so far this year. He's got a sub-2 ERA so far this season for the Orioles.
There you go. And they beat Seattle 6-0. So there's that. Tennessee with a transfer wide receiver coming from Mississippi State, who's from Nashville.
Firebird, blood in him, but it's a burrow.
Man, they're going to have like 19 dudes out there playing wide receiver this year.
You know what I really
just
like?
Run them in and out.
Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, high energy. I love, man. It's so many players up there now from the state of Tennessee. I'm really liking it. I'm liking it. I'm really, really liking it.
You said earlier it's going to be bad. I know, but it's going to be fun.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Oh, it's going to be fun. Oh, man, you're going to wake up, man, and try to ease out the bed and get on in your car. Just walk of shame after, but it's going down at the party, though. Oh, boy, it's going down at the party, boy. We're going to have a blast at the party.
Let's go to Michael in Nashville next up on 3HL. Hey, Michael, what's up, man?
All right, what's going on, guys?
Hey, we're good.
Nice. It was good to meet you guys on Friday. I'm the brother from Philly.
Oh, yeah.
Who played at St. Joe's. I gave you all those coupons, man.
Yeah, man.
Deer Park.
Met you all 55 South. But, hey, you all were talking about Aaron Rodgers, the possibility of him going to Denver. You know, I'm in sales and marketing, man, and I always look at marketing with a sports twist. The people from State Farm, they will love this if it happens because Rodgers and Mahomes did not play in the Super Bowl, but with both being in the same division, State Farm will love the Chiefs versus the Broncos twice a year during the regular season.
My goodness.
And they may play in the AFC title game if that happens. But State Farm, they are licking their chops right about now if that trade goes through.
Well, it's funny. I'm glad you brought that up, too, because just those two teams being in the same division, they'll be able to play off that all year long.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what I mean?
All year long, man. There will be commercials in Denver with Rodgers in Denver. There will be commercials with Mahomes in Kansas City and also in Denver. They'll flip the guys in different cities and playing it off. They are licking their chops if this goes down.
There you go, Michael. Appreciate it.
That, Mike.
Good checking in, man.
Yeah, he was.
All right, you guys have a good weekend. Take care now.
Yep, definitely. He came to meet us at 55 South.
Man, Michael's ready for the weekend. I like it.
Yes,
This guy talks my language. It's only Wednesday afternoon.
That's big time, though,
He's
man.
ready to roll.
Yeah, they would have a problem.
We mentioned the Titans signing a quarterback from Memphis, Brady White, to compete with Logan Woodside. 90 touchdown passes in his last 3 seasons at Memphis. They've also signed a running back, Brian Hill, 4-year vet, spent the majority of his career with the Atlanta Falcons, appeared in 45 games, 39 with Atlanta. 6'1", 219 pounds. He was the Falcons' second leading rusher each of the last 2 seasons. So they're bringing in a running back.
Hold on, he was the say it again. He was the Falcons' leading rusher.
Second leading rusher.
Oh, second leading. Okay, I was saying, okay, that's cool.
So that's where we are there. So some Titans news.
Trying to fill up these rooms, man. You got to fill up these rooms. Running backs, receivers.
You think they're signing players just so we'll stop talking about the draft pick that got in trouble?
Well, they're doing a good job of it. I'll tell you that. Like, these are people that we got to speak about.
Hey, man, give me a guy that we'll cut him later, but let's change the narrative.
Put somebody else in
a little bit.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey, figure it out.
Figure it out. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna figure out your bets for the.
Hey man, I just made 2 extra bets, y'all. I mean,
seriously,
I don't know what's wrong.
On the same hockey game?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Do we need to get you a phone number?
No, I need to give this phone away from me. That's what I won't make a bet anywhere else. Just take the phone from me. But people like Todd come on and then you telling me something. Then Brent hasn't led me wrong. The one good thing is not a parlay.
Yeah, Preds are going to win tonight, but I worry about the overtime deal. They like to win in overtime.
That right there.
They're 19-20 in games that do not go to overtime.
Well,
they're 10-2 in games that do go to overtime.
Well, so they got to get to a clean 500, and what better time to get to a 500?
There you go.
Right,
I think they win tonight because of what's on the line. So
me too. I'm with it.
All right, back at it tomorrow. Babs will be back. Hit us on Twitter anytime at 3HL1045. We love y'all. We mean it.
Most definitely.
You put up with us every day. That means a lot.
See you tomorrow, though.
Later.
This is where casual fans become crazy fanatics.
Oh, my! Okay.
From NFL Draft Day to the first game, we are the Titans station. 104.5 The Zone.